And they're off. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Welcome to the No Pick Show. I'm your host, Cheddar Chaz, with my dog, Just A. Davis. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the like button once the video's done. Al, how you doing, big dog?
I'm cooling, dog. I'm actively active right now. I'm actively active right now. I did the show earlier.
Right.
Put that out, y'all. Make sure y'all go tap in the Pels in the Blender. Make sure you check that out. It's a long show. I had a bunch of time earlier today. So I had to almost 3 hours long. You heard me?
A lot of shit going on. So
yeah, like time would be perfect. And you got to keep checking the news. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but look, I went and saw Mortal Kombat, boy. I was between fatalities.
Been good, bro.
I had to look at my phone. It was good. It was good.
Okay.
It was much better than the first, as expected. Okay. It was good.
The first one I was kind of. So I like the beginning part of the first one, the whole
the Sub-Zero behind.
Yeah, I'm like, so the whole
Scorpion,
movie gonna be this,
yes.
And then it
went somewhere else. Yeah, it went somewhere else.
So
I'll say this: if you love the game, you'll like this movie. This movie is more true to the game, and it's quick. You don't gotta wait for the payoff. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my dog Michael Morgan in the building with that 2-piece. What's good? Sco, what's happening with your 504? What's the deal? Nola Ant, what's happening? Q, what's the deal? Brian say, don't spoil it. Yo, all I'm gonna say is blank wins. That's all I'll say.
What's happening?
What's happening? Well, it could be anybody because there's a lot of characters. Jess, what's the deal? Shout out to my dog Jess in the building. Appreciate you, Michael Morgan, back in the building. The super chat. Thank you, big dog. We got Jaylen Brown, rumors and streams. We got coaching finalist list coming out. Some people saying they're gonna make the announcement tomorrow. Some saying Monday. The lottery is Sunday. What's on your mind, brother? What do you think gonna happen around here?
Listen, it's so much activity. That's why I'm excited, to be honest. It's so much activity, and like the thing about being quiet, like when people are quiet, you could talk about anything. Off season, the thing about the off season is you could throw out whatever the fuck you want, because the second they start actually doing stuff, now you kind of gotta, you know what I mean? There's the reality of it. For example, that Rondo not on the finalist list.
And says that was Mark Stein's list, right?
But says who? The other day, Rod Walker came out, and if you trust, like, it depends on who you trust. Because if you trust Rod Walker, Rod was like, I ain't heard nothing, and Rondo was still one of the top candidates. If you listen to Jake Madison's show, Jake was saying, I think it's Hetzel. You hear, you know what I mean? Then you hear Mosley ain't really, like, he might not want to. The only thing I took from the Stein report is that Mosley might want to take a year off.
That would make the most sense to me. Honestly, I've rarely seen coaches get fired and go right back to coaching. Like, Taylor Jenkins didn't do it. Who ultimately did it? Was it Mike Brown?
Maybe. And Mike Brown be dumb. Mike Brown and had full jobs right now. Though.
No, and Mike Brown, it wasn't even Mike Brown, bro, because he took a year off after Sacramento. Ain't no swine.
What? He might not have no options. Fuck. But Mike know how to keep a job. Doc went right from where he went from before he went
from
Clippers to Philly, huh?
Yeah, Clippers to Philly. And then maneuvered his way into Milwaukee. Dude just scumbag.
So that's, to me, that's the only news that I thought Hetzel would be announced today. I don't know if that means they changed their minds or if they're doing more due diligence.
Shout out to Louisiana gal in the building.
Listen, a lot of people think it's gonna be Hetzel. A lot of people think it's gonna be Hetzel, and if it is Hetzel, I'm cool. But like, what I think is happening is I think they're still trying to maneuver a way to see about, and I think I might explain this on my show. I think they like multiple candidates.
I agree.
I think they like multiple candidates, and the way I explained it earlier was kind of like they fell in love with Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears, right? But they didn't want to decide on one of them at 7. So what did they do? They were able to trade whatever and get both.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So what I think they don't want to make a decision on which. Let's say you love Hetzel and Rondo. Is there a way that we could do both? Can we give one the head guy and bring another one as an assistant? What's a way that I can maximize these guys and keep somebody? If it's, again, maybe it is like maybe if I could get Darvin but keep Rondo in the building somehow. Or so like I think it's a little bit of them trying to figure out the best way. Because again, and another thing that I think it was Mark Stein.
Shout out to Michael Morgan. Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Stein who said that, or somebody I was listening to earlier said that. No, Fletcher. Fletcher said this.
Okay.
And shout out to Fletcher for this, because I do believe he connected in this sense.
Mm-hmm.
He said that Joe Dumars understands the importance of this hire.
Yeah.
And not fucking up this hire. So like, while I think there's a lot going on with the coaching and whatnot, at this point, you know the options. I feel like if anybody could be eliminated, it's Borrego, right? Like,
well, one would hope.
Right. So I think if you're gonna take any news from what's being reported, is that it seems like Borrego won't be getting this job, and then from there it's just you see what happened.
You know, to me it's also interesting. I've kind of reached a point where, you know, here's the thing with Rondo, right? And with Hetzel and with any first year coach, even with a retread, there's a very significant possibility that it won't work out. Like if you hire a first year head coach, because you don't necessarily know what you're getting as far as the deliverables. You still have to, you know, put forth a really incredible staff to help nurture them, and it could be a growth with a new coach, right? Versus you hire a person which you already know typically what they do. They have some time on task. So that is a very real possibility. You know, one of the things, as you mentioned before, is bringing in multiple candidates off the list. One of the things I would be a fan of is, let's say, hypothetically speaking, if you did like Darvin Ham, who does have some head coaching experience, who was a Herald assistant coming out of Milwaukee, championship guy, also went to, you know, Western Conference Finals with LeBron. And here's the thing about that. I see people are a little dismissive of the Lakers' appearance in the Western Conference Finals. Aside from the bubble, let's throw the bubble out of the equation. The Lakers have not been a very successful team. The only success that the Lakers have had up until this point, take the bubble out of it, and hopefully we ain't heading for another bubble, but take the bubble out of it, but it has been with Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
They lost to the eventual champions with Darvin Ham. So, I mean, I think, look, if you don't like the guy because, you know, he has some gaffes publicly, he don't got great PR, I understand. But like, if we talking about credits, if we talking about accomplishments, he does have some accomplishments. But to your point, if it was a situation, it was like, all right, Rondo's the associate head coach, Darvin Ham is the head coach, or vice versa, or what have you. Any combination of multiple candidates on that list, I would be happy with that, aside from, of course, Borrego. Like, if it's like, hypothetically speaking, not saying this will happen, but let's say if it was Mosley and Rondo, to me, great defensive coach, what appears to be a promising, potentially great offensive head coaching mind, because being a great player doesn't always translate to being a great coach. So that's another thing, you know.
I agree, though. And then, like, another point that I had, what they could be looking at doing is, let's say you hire Darvin. Yep. Let's say the hire is Darvin Ham and Rondo, right? You could look at this. You could look at it as a Mike Malone, David Adelman kind of situation, where maybe Rondo is not ready right now, but he's on the staff. And it's similar to what Borrego was with Willie, right? Borrego was here all this time, and y'all wanted to promote Borrego, right? Also here, won't get a 5-year deal. Sound like something that sound about right. 2 to 4 is where you at. I'm assuming you got a 3-year window. You got a 3-year window with this.
I think the older the coach, well, and Joe's fired plenty of coaches in this day.
I was talking about that earlier, bro.
I think the older the coach, the less years you have. Like, if you ain't showing no progression, because there's coaches that we've seen that just haven't produced, like, in their first run. Like, again, you saw Silas in Houston, and that was very short-lived. Shout out to Michael Morgan. Michael Morgan said, do the players want Rondo as a coach hold any weight with Joe? I would suspect it would hold some weight. I don't necessarily know if he would, you know, marry the coach because of their affinity for said coach, but I suspect it would hold some weight. But Joe old school, so Joe probably don't care about nobody's opinion. I think
those motherfuckers got a foot out the door. Why would I take any of y'all opinion? All y'all could be out here by next February.
That's the thing too. It's like if this not working out, I don't care what you want. And we've been down this road before too, as far as like again, what's his name? Willie Green. That was Brandon's coach. Willie had some success to Willie's credit, but not both of y'all gone.
Yeah,
you feel me? So
nah, they're not doing this though. I firmly believe they're going into the situation hoping that it work out, right? Yeah. Hoping that it work out. I think I personally believe that they had a 2 to 4 year window. This is how I come up with the 2 year window. Boom. Mm-hmm. To this point, I mentioned this early on the show. When he hired Rick Carlisle, first year head coach, Rick Carlisle won 50 games 2 years in a row and still got fired.
Rick Carlisle,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rick Carlisle, bad motherfucker, boy. But go ahead.
But I'm just saying, 50 years back to back as your first job, and you still get cut. You know what I mean? And they was willing to make some moves to try and get better. So like Joe don't have a long window. So the most ideal situation I could see, especially if they like multiple people in the building at a time, is trying to marry them together to a degree, right? Let's say it's Darvin and Rondo, just to use it as an example.
Just win, baby. Michael Morgan, just win, dog. Yeah.
If you don't win, let's say them 2 years look sketchy, because you got to give anybody a 1 year run depending on what your roster is like, and another year to do whatever, right? But if I got you on the 2 year and then I already got not your replacement, but if y'all make a good team, great. If you look like you ain't ready, I got the dude in line and step already. Come on, dog.
I ain't gonna lie. And look, I read the Final Call every day, but I ain't gonna lie. I like the idea of some combination of Rondo and Ham, because you're gonna need a head coach with Rondo no matter what. And you're gonna need some strong assistants as well. However you feel about Darvin Ham as a head coach, his reputation as an assistant really can't be questioned. Like, people love him as an assistant. And that's why the same reputation Rondo has now as an assistant, that's the reputation like Darvin Ham had. A couple of years ago, people thought Darvin Ham was about to be the next prospect thing, bro. At head coach. People thought he was going to be the next Bickerstaff.
You don't just land land the Laker job. Like, you don't just get the Laker job.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, plus Rondo needs time on task. Like, maybe they would have been announced Rondo. Like, if Rondo had maybe like another 2 years, this probably would have been easy to discuss. But right now, Rondo needs time on task, and that's fine. So I'm just kind of like, bro.
I was talking to go ahead, my bad. I'll tell you afterwards. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, as far as like the whole coaching search, I understand the window, because again, your window is the Jeremiah Fizz, Derek Queen window. That's why you on that 2 to 4. In 2 years, Zion, all of them might be gone. We might try to figure out what's going on, but by another 2, you'll see what like the fears window is starting to really open up, and like we got to get somebody for that guy.
Shout out to Louisiana Gal. Louisiana Gal made a good point. She says, when it comes to Rondo, remember, Gal likes to flaunt her coach around town, church, etc. I think Rondo's previous arrest may affect her signing off on a higher. Will he get in line with what she wants? Now, what's his name? Zion had some accusations as well the past couple of years. But I'll say this. Now, she absolutely, Gail owns the team at the end of the day, so she can kind of do what she wants. But if they really want to go digging in for skeletons and stuff like that, Gail has a very non-squeaky image. And I'm not even talking about, nothing dealing with Catholicism. I'm talking about something totally different. If y'all do enough research, you'll find it. So, I think ultimately when it boils down to it, it's about good PR and bad PR. And I think this is New Orleans at the end of the day. There's so many things that happen with these players and happens with these coaches that never make the news, because I'm not going to say this person's name, but there's a former coach. If you Google this former coach, it's like some straight up, and I'm talking about, bro, it's some Norman Bates type shit happening. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say this person's name. That's all I'm gonna say. But you gotta do your knowledge. Do the knowledge. Yeah, if you know, you know. So I don't think. I think Gail's admiration for certain people, as far as like caring what the public thinks, I think it's a little bit overstated. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, and this straight up and down, with Rondo, with anybody, if you lose, I'm on your ass.
Yeah,
that's what it boils down to. Like, if you lose, everybody gonna hate you.
Yes,
if you lose, everybody gonna hate you.
Especially if you lose doing the unpopular thing. Like, at least if you do, and as far as Rondo goes, there's like credit. Not only is he the most popular opinion, but he's probably not credentialed from a experience standpoint, but as far as like when people look at the knowledge and like what they envision Rondo being, you could hire Rondo with the same expectation. Like, people, if Rondo got hired and was horrible, people would be like,
people gonna say, well, look at your dumb ass. You wouldn't hire the first year head coach.
Nah, listen, I promise you this. If Rondo got hired and was bad, like if you put the staff around Rondo and he still was bad, you know what they would say? They would give you benefit of the doubt because you swung for something that was different. And how could you not hire Rondo in comparison to who you was going against him with?
You know, that's a good point. And shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you take a moment, hit the like button. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I posted this today. And it's funny. I was talking to my partner about this. He he does a couple things with the team, and he was like, "I ain't gonna lie, Rondo could be mid." But the fact, the immediate PR reaction, you bought yourself at least 2 to 3 years, like just from
his contract be up by then. Yeah, if he sucks,
you bought yourself the benefit of the doubt. But I also will say this: I do think there's people who have a ton of sour grapes from how quickly Joe Dumars was appointed. And people already had their feelings about Troy Weaver and his tenure in Detroit. So I think anything right now wouldn't be given any grace, and it's going to be viewed through the lens of fruit from a poisonous tree, and until proven otherwise. Because ultimately, there's some people you're just never gonna make them happy because they just ultimately don't want you here. Right. And I do think Joe Dumars is going to run into some of that, and he has run into some of that. Like, again, and I hate to feel like I'm picking on this person, but that's like for Borrego, for example. Borrego doesn't have any like credits. Borrego has never been to the postseason. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Borrego's had 3 opportunities as a head coach, 1 as an interim in Orlando, 4 years in Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken, 1 season above 500 and 1 season with 70 games in New Orleans. He's not a successful head coach. But people seem to give him the benefit of the doubt, though he has nothing to his credit, but they're dismissive of Darvin Ham's accomplishments, Mosley's accomplishments, etc. And to me, look, better than Willie Green can't be the bar. Fuck that. Being good is the bar. Better than Willie Green can't be the bar. And I'm not even sure Borrego better than Willie Green. So it's so it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Said, bro, Willie Green, and I like to transition out of the coaching discussion, but like, if you really look up Willie Green's trajectory, all while being a terrible coach, Willie Green did win 36 games his first year. Started off 2-12, ended up with 36 games, made the playoffs. Followed that up with 42 wins, and then followed that up with 49 wins. Like, if you compare Willie Green to James Borrego, like, and Willie Green never had healthy rosters.
Yeah, and the one year he had a relatively healthy roster was he won 49 games. Yeah, and again, I'm not a fan of Willie Green. I believe Willie Green would be a really excellent. Him at all. I believe he would be a really excellent college coach. But for us, the league or assistant coach developmental guy, I just think he might have been swimming a bit out of his depth. But to his credit, he accomplished great things, for what he had to work with. Albert, you want to speak to some of the people on that Lakers staff right now? I know we got Scott Brooks. I believe Nate McMillan is there as well. They got
Scott Brooks, Nate McMillan. I cannot remember who. Bro, JJ, hold on, dog. JJ got to be honest, not saying that the other people don't matter, because I think he might actually even have a female on his staff, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, my female coach as well. Okay.
I think so.
Look, I want to say this too, bro. Shout out to my dog Joe in the building. Shout out to Black is Nerd. And shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and go check out Mortal Kombat and go see the Michael Jackson movie also. We gotta support our people. But I'm gonna say this. I made it cool to keep it real about Willie Green. Made it cool. Because Willie Green first couple years, everybody was stalling bro out. And look, shout out to Willie. To his credit, first year, playoffs. You understand? Went to the play-in several times. Only had 2 real disastrous seasons, this being this season and the season prior because of injuries, right? Only had 2 really disastrous seasons. But before that, man, everybody was kissing Willie Green ass. like just keeping it $1. And Willie Green, quality guy, you know what I'm saying, did the best he could with the, situation he was in. But motherfuckers is acting like they've been keeping it real and John Blaze this whole time. That's not the case. And no matter who they hire moving forward, if the deliverables aren't there, if you can't win, if you don't win, this is about winning. If you don't win, then I'm gonna want you gone. I don't care who you are. I don't care like when, if it's Darkenham, if it's Mosley, if it's whoever. If you win, I'm on your side. If you lose, everybody gonna be against you, and that's the long and short of fandom, truthfully.
So real quick, the JJ staff is JJ Redick, Nate McMillan, Scott Brooks, and the rest of these people you don't really know.
Where's Terry Stotts at right now? You know what
Terry Stotts was in. I think he was honestly, bro. I think he was with Doc.
Yo,
if I'm not mistaken,
I would like the Pelicans to potentially bring Tiago Splitter onto the staff if possible, because you saw
as an assistant, bro.
Yeah,
let's say he don't get a job
as an assistant. Yeah, man.
They also got Lindsey Harden.
Lindsey. Okay.
Yeah, she on the JJ staff, and then another dude, Greg St. John. And they probably got a bunch of other people, but those are the major names on his staff.
Shout out to Dave, and remember, Kid is credited with this, like discovering, like point Giannis, like playing Giannis at the point, and he got fired from Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he got fired from Milwaukee, and so far he had Cooper Flag balling. I think people pick and choose with the experience thing. Some of it is due to this politics. Jason Kidd was not a person people really loved in the media initially, because Jason Kidd had some off the court issues as well. Yeah, for his accusations as well.
And he was rough. He is not the Jason Kidd you see now in Dallas. And when he started in Milwaukee, he was rough around the edges. Yeah, had to figure out
on the floor.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, like in the when he went to Brooklyn, he had, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was wild.
It was just you doing whatever you got to do. So like he's another one who had
Derek Fisher.
Really. Derek Fisher, but like there's another, like a lot of these dudes, bro, like that got that. So which is why if they don't hire Rondo, I completely understand being like, look, we need somebody, like you just need more time. If you committed, you need more time in like AC. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't give him the job either, but I'm just saying in general, Terry Stotts in Golden State, okay.
It would be.
I knew he was somebody that got
Golden State keep a fire staff though.
Golden State staff.
They keep a fire staff, bro.
Lit. They defensive coordinator they got over there. That dude legit too. And you got Stackhouse over there. And either way. But I'm just saying, like, no matter what coach you hire, right? I think the most proven one is either Darvin Ham or Mosley.
If you're talking about like guys who are quote unquote retreads who actually got,
got a couple pelts on the wall, like
it's going to be one of those guys. If you're just talking about guys with some status, because Hetzel's been around the league for a little while, but he's never, to my knowledge, never been a part of like many winning organizations. So him, Sweeney with the Spurs, a couple other guys, and there's obviously going to be names that come out. Yeah, it's going to be names also that come out that we haven't heard about publicly. They were like, oh, like they interviewed this guy early in the process, etc. Like, there's going to be some names like that. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if this was a out of left field hire, to be honest. They're like, Sam Cassell, the coach, like something crazy. I wouldn't be shocked if something like that happened.
No lie, bro.
You did some background on Hetzel. I'm sorry.
Hetzel, assistant in Brooklyn right now. Though they love Hetzel. He's a mind X and O kind of guy. I think he had some time with way back early in his coaching career. Was an assistant on the old Piston staff, so he got some time on task. Been around for a while. They did interview Jared Jack. That didn't stick around for a while. You don't hear him as a finalist. That's why I said, man, I think a bunch of these people that they interview, like Jared Jack is with Detroit right now. I think they interviewed some of these people to just kind of like get an idea of if we don't take you at if we don't
head
take
coach.
you,
head
coach, like what other positions can I fill you? Are you interested in other positions? Like, I don't think they just interviewing for like the head guy, and then none of these dudes are gonna like have nothing to do with the staff. Like maybe you return back to your team, but like you don't. So this is the thing. Another thing I thought about, like assistants might keep jobs, but like Rondo right now, not saying that somebody wouldn't take him on the staff, but fucking
Taylor Jenkins is probably is probably moving on from at least Ham.
Darvin, I'm saying Darvin and Rondo don't really have like a and if so, who says that they want to work with? Who says they want to work with him right now? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of I mean, there's a lot
of these dudes truly unemployed,
and some head coaches, especially like guys who like Taylor Jenkins is a seasoned, successful head coach. He probably not going to want to be looking over his shoulder at his fucking heir apparent, because that was some of the things you saw with Willie Green and Borrego as well.
And I'm pretty sure that when Milwaukee hired Taylor Jenkins, they was like, "Listen, pick your people." I guarantee you that Taylor Jenkins been sitting
$10 million. He picking his own motherfucking staff.
Yeah, he's sitting on this. Like he came to Milwaukee already with an idea of who the fuck he want to go take this job. So
what was that in Brandon?
He ain't settling
million,
for coaches, bro.
$10 million, like that is crazy. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. So let's transition a little bit, because again, I talked to somebody today. Everybody think the announcement is coming tonight, tomorrow, because the lottery is Sunday. Yeah. So everybody that's coming tonight or tomorrow. I'm not waiting up for it, honestly. Whatever happens at this point. And we just gonna deal with it. The car said, would y'all rather retreads or a fresh face? Personally, I would rather a fresh face, but I think you got to have at least 1 or 2 retreads on the staff just to organize things and base things on experience. Yes, we definitely been watching these playoffs.
I have been watching.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Cleveland about to get bullied, bro.
I don't know. They going into the fourth quarter. They only down 4, but this
don't look good.
The playoffs been bumped though. Like Duran got 6 points. Mobley got 7. Like this is just
250.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We really witnessing. I keep saying this. We really witnessing in real time the death of the superstar, because LeBron them might get swept. Tatum got hurt again. Jaylen Brown was allegedly playing with injury, so the Celtics gone. Joel hurt again. No Kevin Durant, no Steph.
Let me ask you a question about JB real quick, and this will be a decent way to
segue into it. Yep.
Yeah. What level of player? Like, I know Jaylen Brown had an MVP caliber season, right? But do you think he's an MVP caliber player?
I'll say.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say yes. Based on if Jaylen Brown got a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander whistle, if said about a lot of players, if a lot of these guys got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander whistles, they would be averaging like 35 points. But I put him at, just based on like if we going by accomplishments, I gotta put him just a tier below. I gotta put him like above Maxey, but below Jokic and
Luka.
Shai. Yeah, Luka, Jokic, Shai. I got to put him below there. I got him and Tatum in the same tier. To me, he's in the Ant tier.
What do you have Ant? What do you have Ant? Like how did you quantify?
I got Ant. Go ahead.
No, like because Ant been to 2 Western Conference Finals. Like, but they got there and like got smoked in both. You know what I mean?
I got Ant.
He's obviously a great player.
I got, to me, the bona fide MVP people, like bona fide, it got to be the multi-time MVP people. So it got to be Jokic. Then you got to put SGA up there. I think SGA gonna win it again. So that's two on the island by themselves, right? Then everybody else kind of older, so I can't really put them up there.
So that's like Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis, Luka not older, but Luka, if he can stay healthy. And I got Giannis, Luka, and Ant kind of around the same thing. And then you get to like Shea. No, not Steph.
No. I thought you was going down. You had Shea.
No, I'm not even really counting like the Stephs. Like I'm not even really counting the
former greats. Like we removing them. All right,
I'm
all
not counting
people,
KD and all them. But I got like Jaylen, Tatum, Maxey. Who else is like a young like stud type motherfucker? I got Jalen Johnson rapidly approaching. Yeah, I got Cade in that group as well. Cade, Donovan Mitchell. I got them players who just have like consistent moments of greatness, but ain't like quite MVP caliber guys. Yeah.
Like Halliburton. Where you got Hallie?
Hallie ain't busting up heads. I ain't gonna lie, because he got hurt. If he would have stayed healthy, if Halliburton would have stayed healthy, I could look at minimum. I gotta put him with like Brunson.
Brunson is another one.
Yeah, Brunson. And
Brunson should get more clout than Mitch.
Brunson ain't busting no head. Because
Brunson been in the Eastern Conference Finals. He looked like a killer though.
But see, the thing with Mitchell to me is like I did it in the West and I did it in the East, and I ain't need the super friends to do it. It was just me and Rudy. Now in the East, it's kind of like fuck. Now you're looking human. You're looking weird.
It's getting rough over there.
Yeah, it's getting rough. You know what I'm saying? But Brunson is like, and people really underestimate like how much talent was put on that team.
That Knicks team.
Yeah, and to me, I think they got a cakewalk to the conference finals. I mean, to the finals.
Knicks?
I think to the NBA finals. I think the Knicks got a cakewalk. Embiid hurt.
Yeah.
I think the Pistons can't score enough. Like I think.
You think this would be the year they get there?
Yeah, if it wasn't for Boston, I think they got it.
Bro, pull up that last comment, dog. I know you don't want to do it.
I think Trey better than Zion. Okay, I truly think Trey better than Zion.
We gotta stop this, bro. We gotta stop this because see how we talking. You could see how we talking about tiers and levels and whatnot.
Okay,
like Trey is a good player. Trey is a good player, and I was like, this is one of the things that I was talking about with people pretty much. Trey is a good player, very developed, like a developing player and stuff like that. Bro, if Trey was, because I was talking about Trey, so I was talking about the JB trade, right? Trading for Jaylen Brown. And my opinion was, obviously I keep both of them.
Yeah, if you had in ideal world, right.
In ideal world, you keep both. But if I had to choose, I would rather move Trey than move Zion because I think if you keep Zion, and a lot of people talk about the fit, Trey just fits seamlessly next to everybody, and I'm like, but that don't make you better just because somebody fits, right? Zion. So then it became, well, Trey is a better player than Zion, and it's like, dog, no. He's just not. And I like Trey, but he's just not. And like, I know, I'm going to just say this. For all of the stuff we talk about with Trey, he don't rebound better than Z. He don't score better. Like for all
shout
Zion.
Shout out in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We got 65 people in the building. It's Thursday night, the playoffs on, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Shout out to everybody.
He don't score better than Z. He don't pass better than Z. He might handle better than Z, but he don't go nowhere better than Z. He don't rebound.
You think he got a better handle than Zion?
No.
Oh, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, no. Like it might look pretty, but no, it's like ineffective. So I'm just saying, like, I can't think of anything other than him shooting the 3 ball that's better than Zion.
Thank you, paper.
Appreciate y'all. So it's just kind of like, no. if you have Trey Murphy as your second best player, even with Jaylen Brown, you gotta think like Trey being guarded by Ant Edwards for a full season. I mean a full series. Or because like right now you gotta think think about this, right? Let's say you got Jaylen Brown and Trey Murphy as your second best player, and they match up against OKC, and they say, listen, we just gonna play team defense on Jaylen Brown, but Dort, you got Trey.
Okay.
You see Trey being able to just consistently get 20 plus officially against Lou Dort?
I think the I don't want to say topic, or I think the question arises when you think, all right, does Trey still have upside, which I think we all believe, and does Zion still have upside, which I do think he has some upside, but it's about a willingness to do certain things, and can you stay healthy? And Trey got to stay healthy as well. So I think that's more the question. Like, if you're a person that believes Zion has peaked and his trajectory is starting to head downward, then I think you might believe Trey has more upside. Personally, I think Zion's the better player, right? I think Zion's the more effective player in the more difficult to replace player, right? But yes. I do like, and to your point, as far as like, I think a Jaylen Brown Zion team has a higher ceiling, all things considered, if everyone's healthy, etc. I think a Trey Murphy, because you got to judge people about where they are today. Trey might take another step or two. Zion might take a step or two in either direction, what have you, right?
We're not talking hypotheticals.
Yeah, I think a Trey and Jaylen floor kind of have like a solid floor to where you're not, I don't think you're significantly better than where you are right now with Zion and Trey. If it was up to me, I would rather have Jaylen Brown than Zion. But it was like, that pairing to me, because I'm not trading for Jaylen Brown to have a cool team. I want to win a ring. Like, if I trade for Jaylen Brown, I'm trying to surround him with talent and trying to get a ring. So I would rather have, in this situation, I would rather have Zion, so the upside is higher for that team. The ceiling is higher rather for that team overall.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave the Trey Murphy stuff alone, because I don't want to. I like Trey, and I feel like y'all just put me in a position where I got to shit on Trey.
You talking about the chat?
Yeah, no, like I'm just watching them. I'm just watching them, but it's kind of like people keep talking about Trey Murphy and the skill set, right? And I believe in the skill set, but how has the skill set been like overly impactful yet? It hasn't. Like, I'm not so like the shooting. I give you the shooting, but it's still catch and shoot, right? Remember, Trey gotta Trey don't movement shoot. He not no off ball runner off screens kind of shooter, right? And he not really shooting over nobody. He ain't no mid-range sniper. He don't really shoot twos. Also, how often do we see Trey bully defenders? I'm just use that 6'10" frame, get to a spot and shoot over somebody. That's not really that's one of the things that I think Trey need to add to his game right now, right? Also the rebounding. Like, Trey has the ability to rebound, but he don't consistently rebound.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I think the comparison gotta be Trey to Jaylen Brown, right? Versus Trey to Zion, because Zion don't do none of them things either. But if it's Trey to Jaylen Brown, though, I don't really think it's much of a discussion, to be honest, because truthfully, and here's if I wanted to shoot Trey and Zion some bail, I'll say this. If I wanted to shoot Trey and Zion some bail, they've only known, aside from Stan for that 1 year, and Trey wasn't here when Stan was here, I don't believe. They've only known Willie Green and Borrego. They've never coached. I mean, they never had Brad Stevens' tutelage. They never played with Kyrie. They never played with Kemba. They never had Udoka's tutelage. They never had Missoula's tutelage. Ultimately, if you want to talk about progression and guys developing and things of that nature, with the Pelicans, it's BYOB. You got to bring your own bag, because there's not very many guys on this roster that have ascended since they've been here And that's why when people go other places, man, we should have kept him for what? He wasn't going to ascend here because you had one of the worst staffs in the NBA. That's why all the motherfuckers gone, thankfully. But let's talk. Shout out to my dog B Times with the 5-piece. The only solution is to win. Oh, look, if you win, nobody care about nothing. If you win, nobody care about nothing. Just win. Look, Cade and them, what's his name? Oh, Bickerstaff. Cade and them should have lost in about 6 games, but they won. So people not gonna really trip on what happened. People not gonna really think damn, we should.
Mosley was fired at all as well.
Yeah, and nobody gives a fuck. Like, look, the Cavs, right? The Cavs trailing by 3 right now with about 7.5 minutes left. The Cavs have been terrible on the road all postseason, just postseason period. The last couple years, they're terrible on the road. If they manage to steal one game on the road and win at home, win the series, every series somebody gonna tell themselves, "No, we're gonna figure it out this series. Mitchell's gonna be better this series. Harden's gonna be better. Mobley's gonna be better this series." And it's like maybe they not. But if you win, people gonna be like, "All right, it's all gonna work out." And so you just gotta win, in my opinion.
You know what's crazy about the playoffs? And when you think about teams and how far away teams can be, we in the second round right now, and whichever a couple of these teams gonna lose, and it's gonna feel like they were miles away. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to win another 2 tough series to be a champion, right? Getting to the second round and losing, or just getting dominated, we just want to get out the play-in. You get what I'm saying? You just want to get to the first round. These teams that's have play good regular season ball, get to the second round, and when they lose, it's gonna be this fucking team sucks. Even
if you lose in the finals, there's people that's gonna be
they was trash.
Let me tell you something, bro. Shout out to 504. I'm not saying 504. I'm saying generally, a lot of people would be cool with just making the playoffs consistently, right? Yeah. But they are some people that's if they don't want to rank, I don't care what they do. Even with the Saints,
it's not good enough.
It's once you get that hit of championship, nothing else. You man, even Drew Brees, man, you don't get Drew Brees noodle ass on the fuck up out of here. We want to win. People turn on everybody.
They was ready, though. I remember vividly people being bro, give Taysom the job.
Yeah, Drew give Taysom
the job. Drew ain't got it no more.
Yeah.
And then they've been terrible ever since. And you know what people saying? Man, what I pray to have have 19 year Drew Brees back.
And even when Sean was here, Sean was kind of people man, Sean falling off. But Sean had James Winston.
Sean still got the
Sean had James Winston winning games. Sean made it what, the Super Bowl? He got the dog shit be out of, but he made it, I think, right?
Well, so, they made it. The quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, the quarterback got hurt. The Bills choked. But look, if you Denver and you man, we won with Elway, we won with Peyton Manning, man, we ain't gonna be selling for all this losing shit, Sean. You start getting aggravated. Look, Pittsburgh, and we gonna move off of the NFL. Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, look, that's enough, nigga. It's enough.
Yeah,
mediocrity
ain't good enough to get the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd rather have some high variance than just mediocrity straight through and through. But,
all right, until your ass become the Browns.
Yeah, then you get bumped as a bitch. But
until you become the Browns.
So we spoke about Jaylen Brown. Of course, Jaylen Brown had some comments recently. Had some comments last night as well. What's your ideal Jaylen Brown trade acquisition and trade package? And what do you think some of the things Jaylen Brown could potentially bring to the team?
Let me go with, because trade packages, everything is unrealistic. But somebody said something. Shout out to you on X, made a very good point. But Jaylen Brown, what he brings to the package, he's a hell of a defender. At the end of the day, he's a true two-way player, lockdown player. And we've seen Jaylen Brown guard the best players, right?
Yes.
I think we've seen Jaylen Brown. They still talk about Jaylen Brown ain't got no left. So talking about Zion with the right hand, Jaylen, they still beat Jaylen Brown. They got no left. So anyway, like shoot, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like athletic, 3-level score, not afraid, has come into his leadership more this year. And you remember the Celtics started off, what was it, 0-3 when they came here and got that win.
Beat the dog shit out the Pelicans.
That much needed win to kind of help springboard their season in the right direction. I like the fact that, bro, I like the fact that Jaylen Brown like accepts the smoke. Like he wants the smoke. You know what I mean? Like I got Luka. They don't believe in me. They like, even if he creating his own doubt, whether he is or not, like I like those kinds of players. And I think New Orleans specifically need a guy with that. Like that's why I think Fears makes so much sense. You know what I mean? Like that's why the city, I think, dog, Jaylen Brown just feel like a dog. Like that's just basically what he feel like with it. You know, his
Jaylen Brown a killer, bro. Yeah, he's off the court, leadership qualities, on the court, leadership qualities. Because look, man, people say what they want.
Yes.
Jaylen Brown was the best player on the team. That was a 2 seed and won 59 games this year? Was it 59?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think the lead on the team, that was the top 3 seed. They lost in the first round, but take into account Derek White had a really bad season. Had a ton of injuries.
Still up 3-1.
Yeah, they were still up 3-1. Embiid came back. Tatum went out. They had opportunities to win the game, win the series, but Derek White didn't show up, to be honest. He's a guy that's getting a little older as well.
And listen, I don't hear nobody holding fucking Missoula accountable for the starting lineup in game 7.
Yeah, and that shit was ridiculous. You had 3 starters that didn't fucking score, if I'm not mistaken.
What are we talking about, man?
But, again, and then you traded for Vucevic. Vucevic, he turned out to be a dud. It was a lot of things that went wrong this year. Not saying they would have made it all the way to the finals, because once Tatum got injured, it was like, oh, fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of changed. Even really, once Tatum came back, it was kind of like,
it kind of threw the rhythm of it. It kind of threw the groove off.
Different here. Yeah, something's different here. But that being said, I put forth a couple of trade packages. Look, and the ideal scenario for me, because I'm going for championship, I'm offering everything but Fears, Trey, and Zion.
Before you do that, let me ask you a question. And let me throw this proposal out to you. Do you think, because somebody made a really good point about this on Twitter, and it was, you might not be able to trade for Jaylen Brown directly.
Why
example. No. This is what I mean. Like when Boston got Drew Holiday, they didn't trade for Drew Holiday from the Bucks. Remember, the Bucks sent Drew to Portland, and it was like, oh, y'all moved him to Portland. Portland in a different position. Let me go get him from Portland. Okay. Example. If the Bucks are really kicking around the idea of moving Giannis, right? Okay. You still not in no position to so let's say the Jaylen Brown Giannis deal happens, but they don't really, like, they're not in no position to win. Do you think then you send your package to the Bucks and acquire Jaylen Brown from the Bucks that way? You get what I'm saying?
I think if the Bucks get Jaylen Brown's probably going to Portland. Because Portland has far more control over, and they need a premier wing. They'll probably be ready to win.
It would be the same. It would be the same situation for a team like Portland. Like Portland can directly trade with the Celtics and probably get Jaylen Brown. But if he was sent for Giannis, then it looks even more like a better situation for Portland to deal with the Bucks. So I'm asking, when you putting together your package, like, do you think that make not more sense, but like a more feasible idea?
I think still the most ideal situation would be a 1-for-1, because if you are it could still branch out into a 3-team deal between Milwaukee and Celtics and Jaylen, but I don't think, like, again, they hired Taylor Jenkins and they don't have any control of their own first. So I don't think they have any incentive to tank in the short term. And you're paying Taylor Jenkins $10 million. So if you did get Jaylen Brown, they probably gonna try to win. Now, if they had all of their own picks, it would be like, all right, well, fuck it. We're not gonna run Jaylen into the ground while we trying to do this. Let's send him somewhere else, and we're gonna get even more first for him. I think the scenario with that would probably be best case scenario with that would be you sending Boston, you sending Milwaukee there first and stuff, and they sending Giannis to Boston, and Jaylen Brown comes to New Orleans. I think
you said like they picking in a bunch of your picks.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, see, because I'm like, I don't know why Boston would want Giannis. Honestly, to me, look, I think Giannis. He's not overrated to me, but I think, look, yeah, there's way too many universes where Giannis don't have a ring. Like, there's just way too many universes where Giannis just doesn't get a ring. So to me, I'm kind of like. And the ring is not everything because shit, Tatum and Jaylen Brown might never get another ring. Ring not everything. Chris Paul never got a ring. Ring ain't everything. But what I'm saying is when I look at how that team plays and then Giannis is getting older, he's getting more injuries. It's just a ton of fuckery in the media. I don't really see why Boston would do that. Like, truthfully.
Brad Stevens said we want to get dunks.
3 points worth more than 2. It's like the last couple of years.
That's literally what he said in his thing. He said, I would love dunks and then wide open threes.
Yeah, I guess like talking about easy buckets, but I'm like,
yeah,
what's his name? Bro, Derek White shot like 4 for 16. He had a lot of threes, bro, like wide. Sometimes nigga just miss. I mean, it is what it is. But it's like with Giannis in particular, I don't really see what he does for them, like, truthfully. Because you got 2 players coming off of, like, major – whatever happened with Giannis. I don't know what happened with Giannis. But you got 2 players coming off of calf injuries. One just had an Achilles, and then it followed back up with what appeared to be a calf injury. It's like, what we doing here? Like, once you trade – any team that trade for Giannis, in my opinion, if you ain't got a fire team around him, you're closer to tanking than you are to competing, in my opinion.
Somebody made this point earlier also, and it's a good thought, at least a good thought exercise, because you're getting ready to pull up your trade stuff for Jaylen Brown. Is when has the last time trading for a star netted being good or, actually contending? So, like, do you even trade for a star that's like in this day and age?
Man,
I'm not saying you hold on, like example. Go ahead. So I guess it depends on, like, one, we haven't seen young stars get moved. Like, young stars don't really get moved, right?
Jaylen, what, 29?
Yeah, I mean,
young, like, people when they're super young don't really get moved.
Yeah, you don't really get moved. So, and the only other people that really move, KD moved. Like, KD really the only star that's getting, like,
and he was traded a free agent.
And Kyrie, well, I'm saying, like, he got traded. KD since got traded a bunch of times. But, like,
I'm gonna just say this.
Let's go.
Say this. People fucking stupid. Like, again, like, people stupid, bro. And that's why you're better than me, because I don't really talk to people that much on Twitter. I just talk to the people I talk to. I think motherfuckers is dumb, and they bring me down in the depths with them. Because I would say, bitch, are you retarded? Because Kyrie trade went to the finals. Pascal Siakam trade went to the finals. Kawhi Leonard trade went to the finals. All them stars. they lost, but they went there. They're all fucking stars. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? The motherfuckers, like, teams that's like drafting and building. De'Aaron Fox, if the Spurs go to the finals, that was a trade. You feel me? Like, a lot of these people were traded. Like, there's only 2 ways for certain markets to get better. Free agents ain't begging to go to Indiana.
Brunson.
Yeah, Brunson trade. Free agent, free agent. Well, Karl Anthony Towns trade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people talk, like, shout out to Joe, he said AD, even when they went to the finals, that was a trade. Like, you know what I'm saying? True. People just weird, dog. Like, people, this is what I'm gonna tell you, bro. This is what I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Let's go.
No, people are afraid of success. People are afraid of success, and people are afraid of having high expectations. People are afraid of having high expectations.
I said this on the show
about if you have high expectations and it don't work out. Yeah, if you got high expectations and it don't work out, then you're gonna look stupid. Like, because you're gonna be like, oh, well, damn, I'd rather never had got my hopes up. Man, get your scary ass the fuck out the field. Stay in the house. Nobody want to hear that sucker shit. It's time to win. We need to be going for wins. However the fuck that look. Like motherfucker stub his toe or something before the game and can't play. You win the series. Motherfucker land on Giannis' ankle, twist his ankle. Like, again, Harden, Kyrie, all them dudes was sweeping. They were going to sweep the Bucks. It was over. Even Boston traded for Drew Holiday. Drew not a star, but all-star. Traded for Drew Holiday. Won a ring. Yes. I think they traded for Derek White from the Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. White. Traded for Kyrie, traded for Kemba. You gotta go for it. You say, well, shout out to Wicked Will in the build. He said because one mistake set you back 5-6 years. You already back. If you go any further back, you're gonna be fucking Marty McFly. Look, the Michael Jackson movie out right now. Shout out to Michael Jackson. People talk about Joe Jackson. And I look, Joe Jackson, I'm sure he was, Joe Jackson was born in like the fucking 30s. So he came up in a hard, difficult time, talking about racism, segregation. This man is from Arkansas, it was racist. Then you had Gary, Indiana, very racist, still town. People don't make it from those places unless you singing and dancing. You got to be the most talented nigga in the world. Like, for all them ass whoopings that Joe was handing out, go ask any of them. Ask Jackie, Jermaine, LaToya, Janet, God bless the dead, Mike, ask any of them. Say, you ever wish, you could have just played on the football team and just been normal and grew up in the hoods of Gary, Indiana with 9 fucking kids, 9 fucking kids in a 2-bedroom house. You don't want to do that? No, niggas like champagne. Niggas
I'd rather travel the world.
No, nobody want to live like that. So fuck all that. You can do nothing and make mistakes. Like, nah, man, you gotta go for it, bro. And look, if it don't work out, oh well. Like,
fuck it, you right where you was gonna be.
Yeah, shit don't work out sometimes. Like, like, fuck, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Look, the Warriors traded for Jimmy Butler. Didn't work out.
Yeah,
it happened.
Jimmy Steph don't pull his hamstring. I'm not saying they was gonna beat Minnesota, but Steph don't pull his hamstring. You got a shot.
Look,
you got a shot.
The Cavs traded for Donovan Mitchell. Probably won't work out. Ultimately, probably won't work out. There's so many examples of trading for talented people, like Hall of Fame talents, and the shit just don't work out. Like, remember, you don't remember when the Cavs traded for Dwayne Wade and Dwayne Wade with the
they
Bulls?
Brought in Dwayne Wade. They had D Rose and
it was weird. Like, shit. Sometimes shit just don't work out, but you got to go for it, especially in a market like this, because if you got a 5% chance,
Brooklyn Nets trading for Paul Pierce and KG.
But the Brooklyn Nets then failed several times trying to build super teams, and they just don't stop. The motherfuckers just keep chugging along.
They get the pick back and do it again. Hit the button again.
The Clippers didn't have so many iterations of that team. Like, it's like, bro, especially when you're in this market, I don't care who can't go left and who can't go right. And like, honestly, if this was a market that was more like distinguished, Zion probably would have been gone, because you like, we can get another one. Cancel that bitch. I'll buy a new one. But since you're in this market, you gotta put that woman first. You gotta try to make it work out, because you don't know when the next one coming. Like, you gotta, it is what it is. Like, it's fucked up, but that's what it is. But I want to point out a couple of shout out to Conquantas. Yeah, that Phoenix didn't work out a couple times. The Lakers, look, if the Lakers don't win this year, it probably won't work out. Like, LeBron's gonna be 99 years old. Shit probably won't work out. But just check it. Like, this is one of the proposals I had, right? And look, again, if I'm Boston, I'm probably hanging up on both of these proposals.
Listen, you should clip everything just now. All of that.
Oh yeah, clip that, AI. Clip that. Sure. But so this is one of the proposals I had. We got all-star caliber point guard DeJounte Murray, all defensive guy Herb Jones, and promising blue chip player Derek Queen, and three firsts and 2 swaps for Jaylen Brown. That's one proposal, right? That's one.
This is to the Celtics.
This is to the Celtics. Pelicans and the Celtics.
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
So listen, typically, I think it seemed like it's not enough, right?
That's how I feel.
But
kinda.
It seemed like it's not enough. But the way that the Celtics maneuver and how they front office work, I could see them turning Herb and Derek Queen into another player and turning DeJounte and a couple picks into another player. And then them maybe sitting on, like, you know what I mean? You still got Tatum turning Derek White into something else. And then before you know it, you look at that package, they'll be like, we turned Jaylen Brown into 3 All-Stars.
Shout out to Kenquan. Look, you know why they talking about the Pelicans, Ken? Because they talk about Rondo. Because, you know, again, Rondo box office.
Yes,
Rondo box office. You know what I'm saying? Now, here goes another one. All right, you got Jordan Poole coming up a rough year, but he gave the Celtics the fucking Blues in the finals. Again, all-star caliber point guard, DeJounte Murray, all defensive guy, Herb Jones. Three firsts, 2 swaps, so it's really 3 firsts. And for Jaylen Brown and Sam Hauser.
I think this is more doable for them.
Okay, why you say
that? Because I think with the last one, who you had DeJounte, Herb, and Queen. Herb got the extension. Yep. Queen is a young player. So and like where they are financially, right? Like Poole is getting ready to expire, which means that's a more movable contract. You still got a bunch of the picks. DeJounte and Herb, I think they'll be like, I think Boston won. Not only could Boston probably use them, but after a year, they become expiring contracts. Well, not Herb. They'll probably send Herb off, or they'll be happy to put Herb ass on the bench.
Probably.
They'll be happy to put Herb.
Like that,
yeah, they'll be happy to throw Herb on the bench. And a player like Herb will probably be beneficial in a place like Boston where all they do is shoot threes and you ain't got to do nothing but defend. Right? So you probably it'll probably work out. But again, Boston, I think before they do more like I think they would want to trade Murphy, obviously, something that you
obviously they want somebody good in return.
Yeah, obviously. But I think if they had a package like that, that would just net them a ton of essentially reset their war chest as well, like a ton of picks, a ton of movable salary, then I think that will put them in a position to where they would just flip that shit and retool a team in a way that fits more what they look like. They will go out and scour the league, and Jordan Poole will be somewhere, or Boston with a $30 million expiring, and then you move DeJounte for another expiring deal somewhere with one of them Pelican picks. Now you're talking about $50 million of free salary, and who knows in a season what might happen, because Boston is a market that can actually attract free agents.
And I'm gonna say this too:
stars and keep people.
I don't care what was promised to James Harden. There's no way you can bring James Harden back next year.
No, though.
There's no way you can bring James Harden back.
Who didn't think he was going to do this? Who thought so?
Like, James Harden looked terrible. Like, and look, Louisiana guys said thank God Harden told Joe no when he tried to trade him at the deadline. James Harden looks terrible.
Let me ask you this: what was we sending for James Harden? Vegas can't be.
It probably was like Poole. Now, if it was something the way like you were sending out multiple years for expiring salary, then I'm like, whatever, right? Yeah. But James Harden looked bad. He looked old. Listen, but he's an older player now, but he looked old.
Time out. Hold on for a second. Beggars can't be choosers. We trying to get into the playoffs. We looking at Harden in the second round complaining. Like,
he was bad in that first round too.
He was.
I get your point. I
get 26 wins. You can't be frowning. That's like, again, I'm not a James Harden fan at all. But that's like the people that frown at Kyrie. It's like, what the fuck has Kyrie done? Excuse me?
Kyrie's done quite a bit compared to James Harden.
You telling me you like, man, Kyrie, you see what Kyrie flopping in the second round is like, so we not trading for Kyrie. Thank God we don't have Kyrie here.
I'm trying to think, when did that even fucking happen? They're talking about what are they talking about?
Remember when they was moving Kyrie from the Nets and everybody was just like, I don't know, get no Kyrie Irving. It's like, okay.
Man, people got, I guess I get it sometimes because the narrative gets out there and the press doesn't help. But Kyrie went to the finals 1 year later after that trade. They lost. But he went, well, look, 44 points in the finals. Fucking bum. Yeah, like who needs the guy like that? I'm telling you, though, people.
You see what happened when they was trying to throw Lou Dort on Kyrie in the playoffs and whatnot. And man, I'm waiting to guard Kyrie. Shouldn't have said nothing. I ain't nobody said, come on, dog.
Bro, it's like, to me, it's just like, look, it's levels to this. James Harden a couple years ago would have still like been laid an egg in the playoffs, but because that's just what he does. But still, in the regular season, there's levels to this. And that's
do you think when Dallas, I know we talk about the Jaylen Brown trade, because when Dallas come back next year,
good team.
Like, do you think Kyrie is gonna stay there?
I hope not. Honestly, even more than Ja, I'll say about what. I would take Kyrie in the short term because I know Kyrie's not gonna be around that much longer. Brainiac, can shoot anything you think Ja can't do, Kyrie can do. For like handle, shoot, passing, etc. Defense still gonna be a problem as an undersized guard. And talking about another high IQ guy, Kyrie Irving is that. Like people didn't count Kyrie out about 3 or 4 times. Kyrie Irving bad.
Say dog. Is there a way? No, there's no way. Never mind.
Continue. What you mean to get Kyrie?
Because not just to get a Kyrie. Because if you were fortunate enough, let's say pull up one of your trades. It don't matter which one. Pick one.
All right, I'm just go with the last Jaylen Brown trade.
So let's say Boston says, "All right, yeah, we'll do that." Let's say we'll do that.
Okay.
And now your team is, let's see, what's your team? Jaylen Brown,
Hauser, Zion, Trey, Spears, Queen, Messi stuff.
Still not necessarily good enough, right?
I think you got significantly better because you're talking about. I don't know what's gonna happen with Jordan Poole next year. But you're talking about 3 players this past year that didn't contribute anything.
Right.
Because obviously we know what happened with Jordan Poole this year, like with the benching. But 3 guys who didn't.
With this, you out of picks. Is there a way?
Yeah.
Is there a way to go from this and then get better again? Let's say they accepted this. Could you do this and then be like, Ja's still out there?
I wouldn't do that to him.
I'm not saying do that, but like Kyrie, for example.
If it was Kyrie,
let's you get what I'm saying? Like Kyrie's still out there. It fucks up with they don't extend Trae Young out there.
I'm leaving Trae where he at, but to your question, to your point, yeah, you got a couple avenues to do it. You don't got a ton of avenues to do it no more, but you gotta. Well, looking at everything, it would be tough because now you don't have enough tradable salary to send out. Like now you in the thing where you got maybe 1-2 contracts you could really send out as tradable salary. So you would be in a tough spot. Like there's avenues to do it. You got to get super creative though.
That's the part where I would be nervous at in like a deal similar to that because it's like that's a all-in move, but I don't think it's good enough to still like you get what I'm saying? Like you still need the one more move, or Fears gotta just be great. Somebody gotta be great.
I would start Fears and hope that this is like a Rondo Celtics situation. but really, I would call at this point. Now I'm looking to possibly trade Derek Queen. Now I'm like, all right, let's see who wants Queen.
I gotta really maximize,
get some salary because now I'm just like, look, if this don't work out, I'm trading all these people here anyway. So if I gave up 3 firsts and 2 swaps, I'm gonna be able to get at least 4 firsts for all of these people I accumulated. And
Trey and JB absolutely could get you something.
Yeah, because so now at that point, I'm like, all right, look, it didn't work out. I gave it 2 years. I'm trading all y'all anyway.
I'm firing the coach. Shout out to Louisiana girl. They on a 2 to 4 anyway. I'm firing the coach at 2
like, at that point, with that, now you need cheap players that can contribute. I think that's why I would go with Fears. It's a situation too that where if something crazy presented itself, and you can take a home run swing and go into the tax and do things like that. You have avenues to do that as well.
Like Halliburton just became available somehow.
I think Halliburton made too much money. I think you're talking about motherfuckers who make you're talking about motherfuckers that make like 28 and under, maybe 25 and under, who kind of could just like, you're talking about like trading for Malik Monk. Like really like reinforcements like that, because Hauser only make 10, and if like Trey your only other real like big tradable salary, then you're talking about people making like 6 and 2, and it's just hard to fill out the rest of the team. With this, the good thing with this is that the Pelicans, of course, send out more salary than they're taking back in theory. So, and you got a roster spot. So now you got some avenues to come, sign a free agent here or there, and you just got to hope those guys overperform.
Stay healthy.
Like, for example, Duncan Robinson outplayed James Harden tonight, which is not very surprising.
No, it's not surprising.
Based on how
James Harden numbers tonight, bro.
Oh, terrible. Let me see. It was 3 for 13, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He had the worst plus minus in the starting lineup.
Pat Bev not looking good right now, dog.
Pat Bev? What you mean? Oh, you talking about Harden versus Wade?
Well, because he just been as soon as they didn't lose that game 7, even though Harden was terrible, he was like, y'all thought they was gonna lose. And then sure enough, Harden just continued. All these seasons long, bro. These seasons long, these dudes were out.
I don't know, bro. Like,
Mitch shot that bitch 24 times.
504 say Harden looking like Ingram. The thing with Harden is it's like, bro, some people just regular season players, dog. It's tough.
You think Trey Murphy gonna be great as a 2?
I think he would have been better than this tonight. I don't know if he would have
as the 2.
I don't know. I ain't never seen him in the playoffs as a 2. Fuck. And here's one appearance in that I saw him in. I guess 2 appearances. 2
appearances.
Yeah, I
the
saw
second
him
appearance. Nobody was good.
Yeah, it's like a 2-3 versus the Thunder.
Okay.
Like the first game, I thought Trey could have went for like 30, but they froze him out in the fourth quarter. Like, just terrible coaching. But after that, he didn't have another like promising game. But again, to me, I usually feel like styles make fights. So like if he's playing against Detroit, I think Trey would do better. But if he had to play against a team like,
you think we would do better against Detroit?
I think the Pelicans would do better against Detroit. Because I'm gonna tell you why. As soft as the Pelicans were, the Cavs are one of the softest teams I've ever seen. Mobley is arguably the most talented player on both teams, arguably. This nigga he went 4 for 10, 9 points, 1 rebound. 4 assists, Mobley, and you got him on the craziest contract possible. A nigga can't tell me Trey Murphy wouldn't give you more than that. Like,
bro, are you talking about like with a Jaylen Brown kind of team? Jaylen Brown on this Pelicans team?
What you mean?
Against the Pistons? You seen what the Pistons does?
I thought you were just saying like as a second option. If Jaylen Brown was the one, I think again, styles of play make fights, right? Like, for example, the Cavs couldn't hit a 3. Now, Trey Murphy has had some games where he couldn't hit a 3, but I don't think Trey gonna go 0 for 4 and just stop shooting. James only shot 13 shots. Donovan Mitchell, at least he ain't leaving no bullets in the gun. He shot 24 times, but these dudes, the rest of this team, bro, they were scared. Niggas were scared. Now Merrill's hurt. So
they out there getting bullied. I told people, dog, they out there getting pushed around. Dog, if you Detroit and you survive that physical series against Orlando, because say what you want, that's a physical against the Cavs and the Raptors. And I can't say no. I don't know about the Cavs.
To me, the Cavs. I think the Cavs would beat the Pelicans. Of course, yes. I think the Cavs, not this version of the Cavs though, but I think the Cavs, like, I don't know, because I think the Pelicans don't have enough physicality, but the Cavs, they too short, they too skinny, they too slow.
Like all of that too, Chaz.
Nah, the Pelicans got way stronger guys and better athletes than the Cavs. The Cavs' best athlete is Mobley, and Mobley just
you must be talking specifically about Zion, though.
I'm talking about Zion, for us from physicality standpoints. Yeah. Zion is a Sadiq would outpower almost anyone on the Cavs. At this point, because at this point it's 8 games of evidence for this particular Cavs team. Dog, they look bad. Like Harden gonna have over 100 turnovers before this postseason is over, probably. Donovan Mitchell, I don't know if he's sick. I don't know what's going on with him. Mobley looked like a total non-fact. I know Jared Allen hurt, but Jared Allen looked bad. Like they just look bad. The Raptors had a bunch of Kmart ass niggas. Like you don't even know these dudes. And these dudes was out there scoring 18 points and giving these dudes the blues. They was giving the Cavs the blues. Like I really think it's a case of just styles make fights. Like to me, Zion would score like 40 points.
I think Zion would just be too dominant. Like he'd be moving Jared Allen. You probably Jared Allen be hurt by game 3.
Because you saying like you know what I'm saying, like with that team, like I Mobley, you go in Zion. It's like no, like it's not gonna work.
That's right. Time out, bro. Time out. That's just about Z real quick. That's the shit that I'm talking about. You can't think of nobody on the Cavs team right now. Hey, go guard Z. Like, and who do you think would stand a chance?
I can't think of nobody really. Like, I think Isaiah Stewart on Detroit would give you the best chance, and like Asar, because Asar's such a great athlete. I think certain teams are just designed to stop certain people. I think to beat the Cavs, to beat Detroit, I think you got to attack the rim. Like, because Detroit a little undersized at the rim. They got strength, but
Paolo was
just dogging them up. Like, you got to attack them at the rim. With the Cavs, you can beat them a number of ways, but you like they so weak physically, bro. Like to me, it's when you again. Mobley, a talented player, bro. Mobley is 100% finesse. Like when people be like, "This guy ain't got no bag,"
make 60 million.
When people like, "This guy ain't got no bag," it was like, you think Mobley got like a crazy handle or like a Mobley is like catches alley,
catch and shoot, dog.
Yeah, and an occasional 3. Like to me, Mobley is a hell of a defender. Like that's unquestionable.
Yes,
but offensively. It's like you can't pay players like that no more unless they reach their full potential because you need to see it first.
50-something mil, 60 mil for Mobley.
Wouldn't do it. Like people talk about
he made it. Then he signed it.
Oh yeah, but no, I'm saying I wouldn't do it.
Oh,
because to me, the number one thing I think about is could I move this contract again for something good? Like once Garland got paid, it's like one of the best things you probably could have moved him for was Harden. Now, you probably got some buyer's remorse, to be honest. Austin Reeves, another person coming back from injury. It's like
about to hurt that money, boy. You should have sat down.
Then it's like, do you want to pay him, or do you want? You got $45 million. This offseason, the Lakers got $45 million. Do you want to give a large portion of that to Austin Reeves, or do you just want to say?
I take my chances in a.
Let me go see what else. Like I got Luka.
Somebody told me Austin Reeves is better than Zion right now.
Nah, I don't think 1 for 1. No,
that's the shit that I'm.
But Steve, I think people need better words, bro. Like I think what people be wanting to say is this person's more skilled. But you're talking about like this talent.
No, you gotta, and that's what my argument with a lot of this is you gotta remove skill sets sometimes. Because a dude could be skilled. Oh man, he shoot the 3, he handle the ball, he do all of this, and you see what I handle
the pressure. Can you handle a big 220-pound motherfucker? Boy, you go curl up and go sit down, or you go rise to the occasion. Like again with the Cavs could look much better at home because they've been terrible on the road this postseason and last season as well. But it's like. Sometimes your best player really can't be undersized. Like
no,
like Maxey is 6'3", Like Cade's 6'6", 6'7".
But
so it's a little different.
Maxey 6'3", lightning quick, like
Yeah,
unbelievable speed.
I'm
like
that's who the smallest best player that ever won a championship? Probably have to be Shea, right? Who? Steph 6'4".
What you mean small? It's like height.
Smallest as far like this like height. Because Steph is skinny, but probably Isaiah. But I say that because we seen AI get there.
With Joe Dumars. With Big Dumars.
Yeah, Isaiah Dumars and them. And some guys we seen them get there, but I think right now, bro, it's just like it's so difficult.
No, that's why when I'm watching like Fears, I think if Fears can like maximize his potential and become like let's say he becomes a Maxey, right? Like the reason they won that series is because
Maxey.
The reason they won that series is because Embiid came back and started going crazy.
But also Maxey stole a game.
Who Maxey and BJ.
Yeah, Edgecombe, Maxey Edgecombe. I gotta say Edgecombe. Edgecombe did his thing.
They was good enough to get one until the 7 foot monster came back that couldn't nobody do nothing with. So I'm not saying that like Fears is, and that's why I personally I don't think Fears unless you become Steph Curry, he just can't be your best player. You know what I mean? Like that's why you need, when we talking about Jaylen Brown, you need a fucking defensive wing, strong, like not get to pushing people down, shooting over them. Like that's
you
what
you need somebody that can at least be a force on both sides, bro. Shout out to my dog Looney in the building. He said, I have this feeling that Iron Ham, and I want to give him the benefit of doubt, but that Hire has the most doubt from the get-go. I do think I think Ham just got terrible PR, though. Truthfully, I really think it boils down to that.
You know what he should have did? He should have threw LeBron under the bus.
That's what he should have did. But people like, will I ever coach again? People scared of Clutch.
Yeah, Mark Jackson got Ruffin ain't never been back.
But it's like Vogel. If I was Vogel, Vogel could talk shit like you ain't never won since I was like, that's the thing. Is like, to me, I think
Vogel had another job after that too. Got fired again. He went to Phoenix.
The Suns, right? Yeah, I think people gotta respect the possibility that in their later years, LeBron and KD could be coach killers.
Yes,
I think in their later years. Not in their prime, but in their later years, I think it's a very reasonable that them two are coach killers.
Also, it's very possible. It is very possible that Darvin Ham is exactly what this fucking team need. Like, that's a true possibility. No. That's what I mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I mean. While Willie, I think, was like not really a true tough person, right? Like not really a hold people accountable. I thought he had his friends, like his friendships, right? Yeah. I firmly believe that Darvin Ham, if Darvin Ham got this job, boy, like, you think Herb would have been starting all season with Darvin Ham?
See, that's the thing. Admittedly, I haven't followed Darvin Ham closely enough. Not in that second season, because remember they brought in Westbrook, and I don't think that was Darvin Ham's decision, but they brought in Westbrook, and that complicated it a lot, if I'm not mistaken.
But you remember
that time? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, Darvin. Remember, because he starting.
Right.
He was starting initially.
Yeah.
And then Darvin had to make the decision to bring Westbrook off the bench, playing him. They had the whole fiasco, then they traded him and stuff. Like it was a whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. I think Austin Reeves, because Brian used to be out a lot. This is another thing that people don't remember. Brian used to be out a lot.
Started getting injuries that year.
He started putting the ball in Austin Reeves' hand more. Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis started ascending a little bit. Like people talking about Brian, like Brian was out there playing 60 games and shit like that. Like Brian was going on sabbaticals.
And that's the thing. It's like, bro, you lost to the eventual champions. It wasn't the strongest year in the West, admittedly. And look, it get to a point where it's like no matter how you
beat the champions that year in the playoffs. Also,
who you talking about?
They beat Golden State in the second round.
Oh yeah. They beat Golden State. You lost to the eventual champions in the Denver Nuggets. That's why I was like, they beat them. Oh no, they lost
they beat the 2 seed. They beat Ja. We good in the West. Ja 2 seed.
Yeah.
Beat them.
Oh God, Ja.
Then they, but
that was the worst. That might have been the worst thing ever to say that.
But they was the Brandon Clark injury. Like they was cool. But they started all their bigs got injured. Mm-hmm. All their bigs got injured. But you win that series. Then that's the Draymond knocked out Jordan Poole when they were still trying to figure it out right after the championship. But again, that's the defending champion: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond.
You ain't lose to the bums.
No, you won that series 4-2. Like, say what you want. Dalton was there for that.
And it's like, bro, you beat what appeared to be superior coaches, if you want to say that, right?
Yeah, like Taylor Jenkins,
and Steve Kerr. So
you lost to Mike Malone in the MVP. Yeah, and the year Denver won, you had. I'm sorry, Denver won. They was arguably the best. Like, they was one of the best offensive teams that you had ever seen.
That year, Jokic was hands down the best player in the NBA, and it wasn't close. It wasn't particularly close.
And Michael Porter Jr. was on fire. Who else they had? Jamal Murray was on fire. Aaron Gordon was on fire. Was KCP on that team? I think KCP was.
Yeah, I think KCP was on that
team.
Bruce
Bowen, KCP, not Bruce Bowen. Bruce Brown was rolling.
Once by the time them dudes got to Miami, it was like it's like playing with your little brother. Like, go sit down. Like, go sit down. I think I think one of the more ideal parents is Rondo and one of the other names on the list. Because I say Rondo handling the offense.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about assistants that may be available on the defensive end of the ball. Like, honestly, I think it don't get much better than a Darvin Ham or Jamal Mosley. That's why, to me, it has to, like, I'm saying it has to be. My preference would be a tandem. And I don't necessarily care. If Rondo's the head coach, I don't want you to hire Sweeney or nobody there. I want it to be a former head coach like a Ham or like a Mosley. Or if you do hire a Mosley or a Ham, I want the lead assistant to be Rondo. I need both ends of the coin because I don't know why people act like the only problem the Pelicans had was offense. The offense sucked last year, even under Borrego. The defense was ass. The overhelping, the switching, it's been ass for years. And so people be like, I don't want a defensive head coach because the offense is not going to be creative. It ain't creative now. Yeah. It ain't creative now. And the defense is awful.
Can we at least just be great on one side? At least great on one side.
At least be like phenomenal on one side.
Yeah, and, like don't give me the numbers that's phenomenal on. If you look at the numbers, they were ranked whatever. No, when I watch the games, these motherfuckers can't score the ball when we need the scope.
Shout out to my dog Zeke in the building. We got down to 80 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Also, send some questions in so we can start y'all questions and start answering some of y'all questions as well. So again, things are winding down. Some people say we might get an announcement as soon as tomorrow. Some people saying Monday. The lottery's on Sunday. I don't even care. I don't even know what's happening. Right now, what's your instinct telling you based on? Now, me and you talked, and we kind of got similar feelings as far as like, man, nobody really,
Nobody don't know nothing.
Based on everything you know, what's your instincts telling you and why?
I think they do it tomorrow, Friday. Okay. I think they do it tomorrow, Friday.
Okay.
I still, again, until it's not Rondo, I'm saying Rondo.
Okay.
Until it's not Rondo, it's Rondo.
Okay.
I think but another thing, boy, if you go into this lottery and you don't have no coach and that,
look, we talk about that, right? Yeah. You can't hire the wrong coach and win the lottery because that'll be like, it's no coming back.
And what I want is my coach, the coach and hire to be so phenomenal that even if that pick jump up, right? When you do the introductory press conference, don't nobody give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's at least one name, honestly. That's really only one name,
Exactly.
and that's the thing. Like you're almost using Rondo as like a human shield in that regard, because
bro.
if that pick, and then you got the Bucks pick as well. If the Bucks or New Orleans' pick jump up into like the top, I don't really care about pick 6, 7, and all that shit. But if it jump up to like the top 4, yeah, because what's that do? A cuff? Look, because truthfully, if that pick, if you're the Pelicans and that pick lands at like 4, 5, 6, depending on where Peterson and Caleb Wilson go, you're not drafting another combo guard when you just drafted Jeremiah Fizz. So you probably looking to trade that pick anyway, but you could have got something for the pick. That's the thing. Like that draft, once it gets to like 5, 6, 7, it's cool.
You got people you like, but
you got people you like, but
you can see moving it.
Yeah, it's like, who am I taking? Nate Ament? Like who would I really take? Because I got Jeremiah Fizz. I'm not gonna bring another a small guard in to pair with Jeremiah Fizz. That would just be crazy at that point. So so I definitely get what you're saying with that. So you think it's Rondo?
I still think it's Rondo, though. I think personally, especially when Fletcher said what he said about the off the court stuff, also made me be like,
how long ago was that? Do you know?
I don't know. Rondo been out of the loop for a little minute, though. You got to think like they won the championship. What was that? When did the Lakers win? What was that 2020, 2021, something like that? He played like a couple more years after that, and then was out the league. So was he in the league when that happened?
That incident happened in 2022.
Yeah, 4 years ago. Bro, people get forgiven.
Yeah.
So he's still working here in the league right now.
Yeah, the incident allegedly happened. And then I tell people this all the time, even when it came to the Zion shit, the NBA got private eyes, and the NBA, though, they know almost everything. They know, bro. Like they know almost everything.
Listen, this is the part that's crazy. Zion was having his incidents going on over the summer.
Yeah.
Joe came out and was like, we ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Gail came out. It was like
people sue you for anything. Yeah, she said people can sue you for anything. She's like, take it from a person who's been sued. People can sue you for anything.
Do you remember the people being mad about her saying that? Talk about it was insensitive?
I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie, dog.
You don't be following. Dog, listen. That's
really should have been born in like the 60s or 70s, bro, because with all this fancy ass shit, it's like, look, bro. What, like, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't know enough about the situation.
The only reason I say I follow or listen to it is just because I just be wondering because I ain't gonna lie. I think that's why our shows go so well, because I have a similar approach, like as far as like your personality to a degree, as far as like the social aspect. I'm like, I don't really care, bro. Like, I'm a fan. I'm just talking shit like the rest of y'all. But like, I just be wondering like where people move. And the understanding is everybody all over the place about anything. 1 minute people care about something. 1 minute you want them to trade Z, right? And then the next minute when she come out and support Z and be like, well, people can sue you for anything, then it's kind of like, why would she say that? Then it's kind of like, bro, what you want?
My thing is like, look, bro, at the end of the day, I can't. I'm just talking about basketball. This is just basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really into the politics that go on, like with other things and people's lives. Because for one, I don't know, and then I don't want nobody in my motherfucking business either. Yeah, so right. I don't really know. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like. Yeah.
Rondo the coach, though.
Hopefully everybody's good and I don't want anyone harmed. Hopefully everyone's good and healthy and prosperous.
Yes.
We're gonna transition to a couple of star questions. We got 77 people in the building. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, consider becoming a member. Tomorrow's Friday, so if they do announce it, I'm sure I'll get some info on what happened behind the scenes and made them make that selection. So we might have an interesting membership show coming up. But shout out to my dog Michael Morgan with 3 super chats in a row. Shout out to you, big dog, always supporting. Father Football said, so do we even have scouts in a training staff? They do have a training staff. No, they just hired Kurt Joseph.
They had a scout. They had a scout that they hired last year.
Yeah, who came over from Portland.
Yeah, they had one guy that they brought on. And think about that. I don't even think we need to be worrying about scouts. Scouts, we ain't got no fucking pick.
Yeah, so
and then you can hire that whenever.
It's like Troy Weaver's master scout. I'm sure you got the guy from Portland. Then you got a bunch of people whose names we have no idea. And again, if you go to Pelicans.com and just check out the staff, a lot of people, they are people who were retained. So there's gonna be some people who are still carried over, and you're sending those people to like Europe, and you're sending them to places like certain colleges.
They have enough information in right now.
Yeah, especially like because the deals that was on the table for them. For like Herb, for example, because to me, Herb is like the ideal target you moving to get back to the first round. Some of them deals gonna be there, and some of them deals might even improve after people fall this postseason. Because again, if you look at a team like Cleveland, I don't think Cleveland got their pick, but hypothetically speaking, like what happened with Denver, for example, if Cam Johnson would have balled out and Aaron Gordon would have been healthy, there's no way Denver even considering Herb Jones. Because they're like, we got Christian Bond. We don't need Herb Jones. Like, we got this guy. Yeah.
They still got like teams with 2 picks. So
still got OKC, still got a couple other teams.
Yeah, so Chicago got 2 picks, Dallas got 2 picks, OKC, Atlanta.
Man, I don't do that, dog.
I took a shit on Bryson a little bit. I ain't gonna lie earlier.
I'ma just say
respectfully.
Shout out to Bryson, though. Shout out to Bryson, and I'm gonna just say this, and this goes for everyone, Trajan and Bryson. We just don't know what they're responsible for. They could have been just as responsible for drafting Kyra, just as responsible for drafting Dyson, just as responsible for drafting Jackson Hayes, just as responsible like for some of the trades that did or didn't happen. The Devontae Graham, for example, was Josh Richardson, for example, like a couple things that ultimately ended up happening. They could have been just as responsible.
I discussed that in my show. I discussed that in my show earlier because David Griffin did an interview talking about like when Bryson got hired, he talked to Chicago media and was just like, Bryson has never missed but a draft pick. And then like when he was, Bryson has never missed. Yeah, and then then he said when Trajan left, that means he was responsible, like he got all the credit for all of it. I said, whoa. So if that's the case, the only person that they drafted was Eves. And personally, I don't think Eves is the best big out that draft. That's first. Second,
they got some great bigs in that draft.
Yeah. Also, if Bryson is responsible for everything, what the fuck happened? Why you responsible for not trading Brandon? Or what you got back for Brandon?
I mean, I'll say this.
We can start. I'm like, listen, shout out I did the same thing. Shout out to Bryson. I don't want to bring Bryson to the carpet too. But I was just kind of like, come on, dog.
Yeah, I just think, congratulations, Bryson, young brother doing this thing. I'll just say the reason Joe got rid of a lot of these people, Bryson was already Bryson was there initially, but bro, these dudes be snitches, dog. Like these dudes, and I'm not talking about Bryson, right? Particularly, I'm just saying generally, these people working these buildings, bro, they've been there for decades. They be reaching out to the media. They be doing all kinds of backdoor games, bro. That's why you see so much. You see them escape accountability so much and fly below the radar because, for one, you may or may not know what they do. For two, you probably have a relationship with them and you don't want to throw them under the bus. Or thirdly, Griff, it's an easy target. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he's out in front. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Anything, like to me, like I said before on the other show, I don't give a fuck what happened on the plane. It's the captain fault. It's the pilot fault. A bitch spill a drink on me, it's the pilot fault. Like everything happened, I'm saying y'all need to get it together. I ain't saying her, I'm saying y'all need to get it together. It's the pilot fault. And Griff was a terrible pilot, terrible captain.
Yes, but absolutely.
Let's go to another question. He say, my bad. Wait, hold on. I scrolled too far down. David said, how about Sam Cassell? He paid his dues. He did. He on that.
I would love to have Sam Cassell.
Oh, I think I told you audition.
Did I tell you my ideal situation? Mm-mm. I think I told you. I know you hire Rondo, you bring in Sam Cassell, and then you trade for JB.
Oh yeah. We talked about that. Like build the Celtics here.
Yeah, just
wouldn't it be crazy? A Pistons guy building the Celtics in New Orleans. Wouldn't that be some wild shit?
That'd be some wild shit. He respected the Celtics for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, fuck! They had to bust the Celtics head a couple times, like
real recognized, real dog. Hitters, no hitters.
Yeah, nigga Zeke wasn't nothing to be played with, though. Zeke and Dumas and them dudes.
No, bro.
With,
and that's why. And listen, and that's why. And that's why I think more than anything, bro. If them dudes don't act right, he gonna blow this shit up, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't get it right, I think he gonna blow it up.
Ultimately, it's like if it don't work out, he ain't gonna have nobody against him. People want to blow the shit up now. Truthfully,
you got till February.
Yeah, I think if you good around February, you never know what could be the next step. Could be going into the tax or what have you. Skull say who you got winning the chip? I say OKC.
You gotta pick OKC as of right now. I ain't seen nobody. No, you go ahead.
I don't think OKC matches up well against the Spurs, but I also think the Spurs playing a broken Minnesota right now. So and Minnesota still punching them in the mouth, or at least they split at home.
Yeah.
So all you got to do at home is win one. I mean, for the opposing team, so they stole a game at home, injured. So I don't trust. I don't trust the boys.
I don't trust
in Minnesota. OKC hurt. Ain't J Dub hurt right now?
Yeah, J Dub out.
Oh,
I think. Yeah. I just think OKC a well-oiled machine right now. I don't know if the Spurs got enough experience. And then Shea is really good.
Shea cold though, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to diminish what Shea's doing, but Shea got the league on this side too.
Shea absolutely, but you gotta account for that.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a real thing. Like
yes, like who and again, who's left other than Wemby, right? Other than Wemby that the league loved, that they would even give an opportunity to challenge Shea, because the league would love nothing more than to crown Wemby right now.
I thought the league was on Giannis' side for years. Honestly, I think the league got its guys. Like I don't think Jaylen Brown was lying. I think the league got his people, and you just gotta hope that you got some people like that one year. But let's see. Looney say, do you think Joe really thinks there's a path to a ring, or he just bullshitting and praying it happens? I don't even think he believes it. I think he believes there's a path to a ring, because all Joe really knows, Joe got 3 rings total, 2 as a player, 1 as an executive, in several finals appearances. I don't think that's a person who finds himself as being content.
A loser.
Yeah, he's not like a loser. I didn't want that stank on his legacy. Like I don't think.
I think that's why. I think that's partially why the second half of Detroit was so bad, is because he just was like, this losing shit is terrible. Like I'm willing to do whatever I gotta do to try and compete. Like,
and when you look at some of those things, it should have worked out. Like Allen Iverson was, it was over. Allen Iverson went to Memphis, then he went back to Philly. It was just over.
Was he there when they brought in Blake Griffin?
I think that might have been the end. I think that might have been like the very end. And that was the last good Blake Griffin we seen.
Yeah, and then they had a year where they were okay. They made the playoffs. It was early, like real young rookie KCP. Was solid over there. They had
too many people. They had guys that just didn't work out. Brandon Knight didn't work out. They brought in Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson didn't work out. Charlie Villanueva, Ben Gordon. A lot of guys just didn't work out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were solid players. They just didn't work out. It's fucked up. But
Joe was a revolutionary in bringing in, what was the big they drafted over Darko, right? Like, think about this. People give him shit for taking Darko over Melo, which obviously he shouldn't have done that. But Darko, like, he had the vision for what the league is now when they took Darko. Like, Darko today, like the skill set today would be a completely different player than what it was when he took him then. So you understood what he was trying to, or like what they saw when they had already had all of those players.
Bro, at one time, the dude who's supposed to be like the next guy was Dragon Bender.
I remember.
It happens all the time. Andrew Bogut. It happens all the time. There was another dude, man. What was the dude?
Bogut was 1 overall.
What was this dude? I think he was number 1. I think he went to the Warriors, bro. I can't think of his name, bro. He was another motherfucker. He was supposed to be like the guy. Them European players don't pan out all the time, bro. Like it just be, it's weird. You know, it's a weird process. KP first year. You couldn't tell me KP first year he wasn't as good as Wemby. First year, that dude was fucking cold with the Knicks.
KP.
And then it just didn't work out. The injury
started tearing up the knees. Yep.
Like that vodka, bro. I mean, hey.
Well, they said Larry Brown was like out on Melo too. So that's another part of what's going on. Saying he already had Tayshaun and all of them. It was like ain't no space for him.
And we already know George Call was out. Like, damn, George was like, look. Fuck this. Like, you tripping, George. I think you're overrated. Like,
let me ask you this. I know we're going through questions, but let me ask you this. If Boston says, hey, we keeping Brown, but we open to moving Tatum, would you offer a similar package for Tatum that you would for Brown?
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. I just think they like Tatum more. I think Tatum is a little more, probably a little less what's the word? Revolutionary.
Yeah, you think he's the same tier player as Brown?
Yeah, think Brown absolutely.
Okay.
I just wondered. No, Tatum to me.
Tatum a true.
Tatum to me is probably one of the most physically gifted players in the NBA, dog. Like aside from like the LeBrons and all that. No, Tatum to me. Tatum would I just watched Mortal Kombat. Tatum would fucking Shao Kahn Evan Mobley and throw him through a fucking brick wall. Like Tatum is a freak athlete, though. Like I think, and not just athleticism, nigga cold. He can play.
He's skilled. He shoot, defend
anywhere in the court, dog. Tatum just played like a cool brand of basketball. And sometimes you can be too cool for school. And I think that's why it's like that shit not working. You 6'9", fucking built like a tank. I want you to go dunk on the motherfucker. Like, not take these difficult tools.
We be talking about distressed assets. If like, and I know they ain't in a rush to split that shit up. But if they just like in a situation where JB like, look, behind the scenes, you know,
me and
him, and they said, JB, I'm keeping you, and Tatum coming off of the Achilles where it's still questionable. Man. That's one of them things where I'm just like, this is your opportunity to go be great.
If they told me Tatum won't be ready till December, I'm like, okay. Like,
you just did it for DeJounte Murray.
And he's cheeks. So, I mean, fuck that. Man, I'm trading for Tatum. Like, man, I'm doing that deal 10 times out of 10. Same package. Look, what we doing here?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
AD for that.
AD dad ruined that.
You heard what Tatum said.
What he said? He thought he was
fucking right. I'll go over there. All right.
Man, Tatum
take my whole team.
It's something about dudes that don't know what losing is like. Tatum don't know it like regular season losing is. Them dudes never experienced that. They first year they was going game 7
conference finals.
Like, them dudes don't know it like them dudes ain't no regular people. Whoa, what up, Nando? Shout out to the homie Nando in the building, man. Let me see.
Somebody said earlier that Trey Murphy is a poor man's Jason Tatum.
I think they play style is totally different. Though you gotta stop talking to these people, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I know you be trying to be nice, dog. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I only talk to certain people on Twitter, bro. And I encounter hundreds of people a day. It
was in the show. It was in the show. I was on the show earlier, and somebody was like, because I was proposing the same question, like, you know, talking about Trey and then Brown and Tatum, and it was like Trey is a poor man's Jason Tatum. I was like, dog, do you know the tier of player? Like, not to be disrespectful.
Yeah, that's such a bizarre.
It's like, just because y'all tall and can shoot, like,
that's a bizarre. They don't play nothing alike.
I don't know, though.
That's like somebody comparing like Zion, Derek Queen to Zach Randolph. It's like they don't play none of those guys play alike. Like,
but you see it happen all the time.
I see it happen, but that's why I just be like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
like,
so that's what it's like. And then again, it's like, dog, you know the quality of player Tatum is? Like, that's what I just mean. Like, when we talk about Tatum and Brown and Ant, because those are the people you had in that conversation. It's like, dog, do you understand the level of player. And listen, it's not. I'm not trying to diminish Trey. I'm not saying what Trey can't be, but like, do you know how fucking good Jason Tatum is? Like, again, Tatum been to 2 finals. They won a finals, multiple Eastern Conference finals. Like, don't miss from day one. I understand it's the East. They was battling LeBron.
Now, somebody asked me the other day. They said, "Who do I think Jaylen Brown is?" And I said, I was like, he's a champion, Finals MVP, Eastern Conference MVP, All NBA player, All-Star, All MVP, probably going to be MVP finalist. If I'm probably at least going to finish in the top 5. Like, dog, like, I think what it boils down to, bro, honestly, people don't, because they take time to watch other teams. People don't watch other teams. And that's really what it boils down to. It's like
truly watch.
Yeah, like really watch.
You might watch them. You might watch them when they're on TV or when they play your team. But and your team might have a good game against that team that day.
Yeah.
Or it's a matchup or whatever. So these dudes really cold.
It's like Errol Spence. Errol Spence got beat by Terrence Crawford. You think you could whoop Errol Spence's ass? No, like a bot. Like no, like that don't like this nigga can't fight.
Yeah.
I can do that. Like, man, dude, piss out you.
Listen, I was having this conversation at work the other day. I said, bro, so the question was, do athletes deserve the money? I was like, bro, do you know these dudes like work their whole life to be the top percent of the top percent? Like, and then we was talking about boxing. I said, bro, don't watch a boxer fight another boxer and he get his ass whipped and you be like, I could take him. So you gonna run up on Anthony Joshua and okay.
I'm gonna tell you this. You go to an open run, right? go to an open run in basketball, bro. It'll be a Division II nigga out there giving everybody the blues. And you be like, who the fuck is he? You be like, oh, I just played D2 basketball. Yeah, he's not even like a real like A1 nigga, but he'll be busting everybody ass out there. It's tears, bro. Like it's levels to this. I think people shout out to Nando again. He said people don't have time to keep up with 2 teams and have a job. Like it's tough. It's tough, but them dudes like Jaylen Brown, cold dog. Jason Tatum is very good, and like they got people who's nowhere near good as Trey. Like
yes,
so like it's just tears.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to do my Pelicans rewatch. I go back like ever so I wait a while and then I go back and rewatch all of the games again. No, that shit gonna be so depressing. Shout out to you for all your episodes.
Oh man, it's like shout out to my dog Jay Black also. Errol Spence beat the dog shit out the whole division.
He lose to arguably the best, one of the best pound for pound fighters ever, and he trash now. Okay,
like, whatever. That's like when Chris Tucker was like, I ain't never heard of Victor Moan. Can't say only reason he with him because he got money, taking all our sisters.
The Victor Moan.
My bad. So Dave said, why y'all think Joe not interviewing assistants from consistently winning culture built organizations a la Miami, OKC? Well, truthfully, we don't know what assistants he like. You know, as far as when you talk about fleshing out the whole staff, and some of those guys have to be available. That's a very young staff in OKC. I like Chris Quinn, Dave. I really would have liked for them if they didn't to interview Chris Quinn. That's someone I've been a fan of for some years.
They probably, from what I heard, they said Chris Quinn wasn't interested, so they probably at least inquired or maybe made a call, and it was like, I think I'd rather stay in Miami. To be honest, I know Spo just signed a big deal and stuff like that, but bro, at some point
the rose kind of off the bud a little bit.
Yeah,
the bud off the rose. I mean,
yeah, like at some point you got to start questioning Spo. You got to start questioning Missoula, Curve. Almost like
my thing is too. Is like it do get to a point where it's like you one of the best coaches, but like how do we measure that? Like, because they ain't like you winning with a bunch of scrubs all the time. Like, how do you measure that? Oh man, I still got 3 Hall of Famers.
If I still got to give you a really great team, like what is this doing for me? I could be just as bad with like a regular guy.
Yeah, like
Jamal Mosley could do Spo job.
I mean, if you got Hall of Famers, it gets a little easier.
Yeah,
you just got to be solid. Like fuck, David Black went to the finals with LeBron, the real LeBron, the LeBron. Like shout out to Ferg, say Rondo as a coach reminds me of Tyronn Lue. That's another name that if he would have gotten fired at the start of the postseason, start of the offseason for the Clippers, I think he would have definitely been in the running.
I think that's another reason why, another reason why when you think about the coaching, like Louisiana Girl said, it might be like on a 2 to 4 year window. Let's say you got a coach for 2 years and it's going, even if it's going okay, and your position becomes more attractive and a T. Lue becomes available, because you got to think coach is still gonna get fired every year. If you make yourself more attractive, you might find yourself in a situation where one of the coaches you really wanted might be willing to come to you.
And sometimes it's just a total fucking disaster. Like Adrian Griffin was fired with a winning record. They promoted Doc Rivers of all people. So you're like, what the fuck? And I mean, people, they ain't always been with the team for a long time. They would kind of say, why have they have reports saying Ham and other people might get the job? I mean, no one really knows, bro. Like, truthfully, I've heard it all at this point. Behind the scenes, I've heard it all. And it's like, once you put all the information together, the best you can do is make an educated guess. You got people's agents feeding other people. Look, James Borrego was allegedly a finalist for the fucking Los Angeles Lakers job. Do you really believe that? I don't believe that. Like, he's the finalist of a Cavs job. Like, do you believe it? I don't believe it. Like, I don't know.
What is a finalist? What's a finalist?
If the list got 10 motherfuckers or 5 motherfuckers, am I really a finalist?
Nah.
Because after
if it was 5 of us getting hired and you was in 5th place.
Yeah, it's like you're not really even a runner-up at that point.
Nah.
What the fuck? So I don't know.
He's a finalist for this job.
Yeah, it's like if you like one of the last people, like if we interviewed 30 and we down to 10, like you finalist, I guess. Yeah. Look, Luna said I would be down with Ham with assistant Rondo. Me too. I would be down for that pairing. Got offense.
Would you announce both of them, or would you just let?
I know both of them.
You just let Ham.
I was like, I'll sell it as we got 2 of the best coaching minds in the building, in the business, coming to our team as a tandem. You know what I'm saying? They leave in Milwaukee. They both champions on multiple levels, come from prestigious organizations.
You know what I am? You know what I am nervous about?
What's that?
If you hire Ham, that he can't win that introductory press conference.
I don't think it matters, bro.
I don't think it matters, but I just know because if you don't win, it's the scrutiny gonna be out the box. If you don't win the introductory press conference, we just gonna have a full off season of this is that, this is that.
Fuck them, fuck that. Because like, at the end of the day, bro, like, look.
Until the game's played, don't nothing matter.
Yeah, nothing matter. Look, shout out to my dog Nando. He said he don't think Ham's he's a finalist. He think the Pels doing him a favor. I can see that as well because the relationship is there. Same thing with Jamal Mosley. Sometimes you interview people to get their name out there.
Look, this might be your last opportunity.
It get to the point where we gotta be solution oriented, right? And my thing is, I don't care if somebody show up and I don't like the way they talk or whatever, because they go out there and win. Who cares? Missoula is a psychopath.
Yes, bro.
But he wins, so nobody cares. Pop is the most arrogant motherfucker ever, but he wins. No one cares. Doc Rivers, we don't know what's going on with his voice, but he wins. No one cares. Willie Green, a nice guy, but he don't win, so that's when people start caring. I don't give a fuck.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping. I don't even want this really out there in the atmosphere, but I'm hoping that the pairing is Rondo and I kind of want Ham in the building. Pause. I don't know if that's crazy or not.
No, that wasn't.
I kind of want Ham on the staff.
Shout out to Q, man. Shout out to Q,
especially as an assistant. I definitely want him on the staff.
Whoever the house going to be, I want the Pelicans to be worth watching during the season more than the off season. Facts, right, bro? Like we tired. Yes. We tired of like the whataboutisms and what ifs and us complaining and having to complain. My thing is, I don't come to see the coach.
No.
I'm showing up to see the players. Like,
listen, another thing too. If you, let's say you hire Darvin Ham and then you immediately trade for Ja, I don't even care. I don't care.
Your boy is going insane right now. I've been watching. I think he got like 10 points.
Dog, I'm telling you, bro.
No, he got 13. He got 13. Hey, Herb for AJ Mitchell. Yeah, shout out to Nando. Just win, bro. Man, nobody care about people. No, I'm gonna tell you something. People, I don't even want to go there because then it's gonna be it's gonna get. I don't want to do that. But I'm gonna just say everyone's entitled to their opinion, bro. I just think I don't care what you're saying in the press conference if you're winning. Like Mickey Loomis could show up and chew gum in the microphone and talk all kinds of shit, talk crazy to people about Dennis Allen. If he would have won them games after that, no one would care. But since he was losing, it became a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's all about winning and losing at the end of the day. If you win, people gonna look past everything.
So make them mislead.
Yeah, people gonna look past like no. Prince didn't even have a name at one point. You know,
listen, say what you want to. Listen, all that shit people be talking about Zion when we was out there as the 1 seed, you couldn't tell people nothing.
That's the thing, bro. Like if you winning, nobody give a goddamn. I know I don't. At the end of the day, I don't know none of these people. So if you win, you know, I ain't trying to go have drinks. Like, I don't know y'all. Like I just want to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if the coach can speak French. I don't give a fuck. He's an impressive guy. Speaks 3 languages. I don't give a fuck. We're not gonna be talking on the phone. And what is this? Like, why do I care? You trying to date him? I don't care. I just want to win. Let's get some more hard questions, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. Certified Swimmer say, do y'all think Zion is involved in the head coaching process?
I think he knows.
I think what's funny? Knows. I have an inkling that a couple people do want it to be Rondo. Now, whether that comes to fruition or not is a whole different thing. And also, maybe they wanted to be Rondo just because they impressed by Rondo back in the day. Like, they remember Rondo the player. They probably don't know Rondo's coaching philosophies and things like that. I don't think they sat in on any interviews. Now, another thing is we haven't seen the Pelicans at any of these playoff games yet. That's the thing. Now, unless they could have been in a suite somewhere, like chilling. They probably not, you know.
Yeah, ducked off.
Yeah, the only reason Jaylen was on the floor because Desmond Bane was playing. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. So they could be somewhere else, like at the games. But so far we haven't seen them. I probably would want to see the Lakers and OKC just in case this is LeBron's last thing. But
last go around.
Yeah, but. You know,
I'm trying to go watch, man. I might personally be going to Minnesota when they go back to Minnesota.
Really? That would be nice.
I ain't think Ant's gonna be playing. I got people out there. I'm thinking about taking a look. Them tickets ain't bad either, though.
Man, I go see Ant, dog, man. Ant one of them guys, man. Must see TV people.
They say that Minnesota atmosphere be crazy out there.
I've never been.
Me neither.
So that's something. So I talked about doing road trips every once in a while, but I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
every season, bro, I go to I pick a random. Like one, I try to go see the Pelicans somewhere. Like they rookie year, the Zion game winner against Wemby. I was there for that.
In San Antonio.
I was there. I stayed another night. I watched when they played Donovan Mitchell. The Cleveland came like the next night. They played them. Saw them there. When I was in LA when the year after the BI trade, after the AD first home game against the Pels, like I was in LA for that. So I done been to a couple nice games. So I'm trying to peep why I don't know where I'm going next year though.
Shout out to the former Memphis Grizzlies. Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart got 8 points apiece. The Lakers ain't going out like no hoe. Wallace just tied it back. Rui Hachimura hit a 3. Lakers up by 3, almost going into halftime. About 3 minutes left.
They was hanging to the fort.
Yeah, they the other game. Yeah, I think again OKC got some like weaknesses. It's just they know how to turn it on and win. And
I'm gonna be honest. If Luka played, I would pick the Lakers.
Oh yeah, if Luka was in, if both Austin Reeves was healthy like 100%, I think I would want the Lakers.
I would pick the Lakers. Yeah, Luka really like that though.
So let me see here. Hold up. A couple more questions, and we're gonna get up out of here, man.
Shout out to AJ Mitchell.
My dog Nando in the building. Shout out to Nando. Say think Rondo will come on the staff as a lead assistant. I think so. If he was like the associate head coach, I think he would.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would. Because I mean, even now, that's one of the things that did concern me a little bit as it pertains to, like, let's say Ham, for example, hypothetically, or Mosley. If you was like, well, Mosley or Ham, I want you as the assistant. I don't want you as the head coach. Mm-hmm. The ego involved in, like, wait, so you want me to be an assistant to a first year head coach?
Yeah,
no, I'm good. Like, that's one of the things that I think that's why I would be shocked if it wasn't like a disgraced head. If you do hire a first year head coach, I would be shocked if it wasn't like a disgraced head coach. Only way. Go ahead.
Is Darvin technically not a disgraced head coach?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, and Mosley don't like Mosley. I don't think he would do it. Like, but
Mosley gets money to stay at home too, so it's kind of
like that's So I think Darvin Ham is ideal.
All right. Yeah, only way I'm seeing Wemby if he coming to New Orleans or playing the Wizards, because I am not. I've been to San Antonio once. I don't need to go back. 504 said my brother played for the NFL for 8 years. Say it was the hardest shit he ever did. Yeah, bro, you got niggas playing pitch up tackle, talking about I'm just as good as him. I can do that.
Like, don't sit your stupid ass. No, these. I hate when people just think about, like, bro. I know a lot of my partners that played college football, like D1, but like regular college football. You know what I mean? Not LSU, SEC college football, regular college football. Bodies destroyed.
Yeah.
Destroyed. Like, you know what it takes to be an NFL player, bro, and put yourself through. Like, hey, we need you out there for Sunday. And then this is the example that I was giving. It's like, bro, you 21 years old. So I got to go run up and run into a dude that's 27 in the
grown man,
yeah. His physical prime, that's been been playing for the Ravens for eight seasons. I'm supposed to go, yeah, you want me to block that dude?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do y'all really think Zion and Queen could work long term? What you think, Al?
Chaz don't think Queen could work with nobody. So I
wouldn't say that. I think to me, I think the question really is less can Derek Queen and Zion play together and more can Derek Queen ultimately play. I just think it's not enough evidence that he could be not yet, because it's first year, he only played 1 year, that he could be like a surefire, bona fide NBA starter. I think the evidence is out on that.
I think how I would do it is if they were playing together, it would be in like short bursts to a degree, but I would just let DQ run the second unit. Like, that's how I would give DQ his experience.
You know what I think? Shout out to everybody in the building. What's happening with your fresh coat? What's happening with your McVander? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. I think
good, fellas.
One of the things I think needs to stop is the narrative that DQ kind of fell off when Zion returned. Because to me, the best Derek Queen game I saw was versus Dallas. Pelicans, of course, had 20 points. There was Zion's, like, it might have been his first or second game back.
Yeah.
20-point lead. Of course, they get walked down and lose. First night of a back-to-back. Second night of a back-to-back. To me, that's when Derek Queen started going downhill.
Was that the DQ triple-double or something like that?
First game, that might have been a triple-double. That game against Dallas, I think. But that second game, they put Dyson Daniels on Derek, and it was like, oh, this is how you stop him.
Yeah.
And then, like, from then on, it was like, I kind of see how
listen, he gotta get stronger, bro. He gotta be stronger. That's just what it was. This whole team gotta be stronger. That's what
the whole team gotta
all of them, bro.
Shout out to Cole. He said, out of Hetzel, Mosley, and Rondo, who do you think Joe hires? Not friendship. I don't really know the extent of his relationship with any of those guys. Those three, especially, I don't know the direct relationship to any of those guys. My preference would be Rondo. What do you think? Yeah.
I think it's Rondo. I truly think like what I think it is. I think his mind made up on Rondo, and I think people trying to talk him out of it, and like he trying to like give people they do to like make their cases, and then ultimately it's gonna come down to all right. Y'all had y'all time. I made the decision. I think it's Rondo.
Okay, I hope so. And do it, man. Why don't you just do it right now? Announce it right now so we can talk about it right now. Shout out to everybody, though, man. We appreciate y'all. Nando said everybody wanted Loomis fired. Now they got to show and he's good. Like, you know, and you know the crazy thing too with the Saints, because I'm less of a Saints fanatic than I used to be. Like, bro, I'm talking about at one time I'm naming every nigga on the practice squad. No, I'm not as hopeful. Some people just like, I'm telling you, like when I think it's gonna take another draft or two. I don't think because people act like we just about to hit the ground running.
Pull up just comment real quick. The last one, people said like some reason they don't think it's Rondo because when is the last time he did anything you wanted to do? For me personally, if you ever watched my first ever show. It was my first ever pod on the Pels in the Blender was the draft. I was like, bro, I want them to take Fizz. I don't care.
Why I wanted them to draft at 7.
I'm like, bro, just please take Fizz at 7. They took Fizz at 7.
Do you know how fucking stupid and how much of a dumbass dummy the Pelicans would have been if they would have drafted fucking Cayman Malawak at 7? That's how you know. And some stupid motherfuckers wanted them to draft Cayman Malawak at 7. Oh, egghead, ignorant motherfucking asinine bastards. Are you crazy? But shout out to Troy Weaver and Joe Dumars for recognizing talent and picking Jeremiah Fizz. Fuck Cayman Malawak. Cayman Malawak.
Nah, listen. Not only that,
Cayman Malawak.
I also was like, going into the draft, I was like, dog, if you can't get Fizz, I wouldn't mind DQ. Before coming into the league.
Yeah. My thing was if you trade back from 7, I wouldn't mind DQ around, you know.
Right. It was, but I'm saying those were the two players I had targeted in the draft and was like, if you got one of them two, I'm happy. If you got Fizz at 7, okay, but when you ended up with both, I was like, I'm good.
I really like Noah. Also, I like Noah, but man, he did not. he got hurt like right away. But I liked him. I like Thomas Sorber. That's little guys that we could have considered at 21. I like Sorber. I didn't know who Renard was until the day of the
Maxine.
And
that's the one I was mad about. That's the one I was. So I ain't gonna lie. That's the one I was mad about. Not taking Maxine in the second round. I wanted that one too. But so this is my thought.
Maxine
when they draft Peavy, I said, "Oh, her about to be out of there."
Yeah, you know what? Peavy got some quality college tape. He physically, that's the kind of player you need to bring in.
So once you look at it,
shout out to Matt George who covers the Kings. Once I found out that Maxine was like, no, I'm going to the Kings. Like he made himself go to the Kings. Once I found out that, then I felt less bad about it because you don't want to draft the motherfucker. He just an asshole.
Well, see, I didn't know that. I didn't. know that.
Yeah. He kind of they probably had like a wink.
He kind of bullied himself there. So they probably brought in the maybe
he was like a late first round prospect. He was like a late first round.
Well, maybe
they for Peavy.
No, listen.
A couple guys, Peavy's all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think.
Yeah, like if it wasn't gonna be Fleming, I was cool.
Yeah, it's a second round.
It's a second round pick. Yeah.
Because
and again, Herb was so bad that like if like it ain't gonna take Peavy that long to do what Herb doing right now.
And like Maxine had a first round grade, so he wasn't even supposed to be there, truthfully. Let's see here. We got a couple more stall questions, man. Then we're gonna dip. Justine said, "What if Ham is another quote unquote Troy Weaver hire? Troy decided months ago, picking them together, and this process is window dressing." Well, that would, in my opinion, look. My position on this is it really don't matter. Not it don't matter who they hire, but we don't really have any tangible evidence that anybody is good or bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We don't really have any tangible evidence that, like, if they hire Rondo, there's a real possibility, bro, that Rondo could be trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a real possibility. Yes. The real possibility anybody you hire could be trash, truthfully. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you can hire whoever, and you a Zion Trey Murphy injury away from it not mattering anyway.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing too. Like, if an injury happens, it's gonna be possible. Well, not impossible, but it's gonna be difficult to really grade guys. And so many first-year head coaches were being named. It ain't even Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham ain't got a ton of experience as head coach. He's a tenured assistant. But, you know, to me, ultimately, there's no right or wrong way to do it, bro. Like, if somebody get hired, like, look, Steve Nash, you saw Steve Nash hugging Kevin Durant. We never saw Steve Nash again. I don't even know. The last time I saw Steve Nash, he was talking. He took JJ Redick's spot on a podcast. Like, David Blatt.
He out there doing that. Mind the game.
David Blatt left the country. Isaiah Thomas didn't coach for that long. Like,
David Blatt went to the finals.
Yeah, he went to the finals. So you really just never know. Like, Monty Williams was bad, became an assistant, went to the finals, was bad again. Chauncey Billups literally might be in jail soon. Like, got all kind of shit going on. Like, Tiago Splitter just did a hell of a job, and he's probably not going back to the Blazers. Like, it's really no right. Scott Brooks for years, playoff guy with a bunch of Hall of Famers. What's his name?
Even Mike decent in Washington.
Yeah, Mike D'Antoni never won a ring. Like, it's so many examples of these people that Udoka went to the finals, was a second seed, then just got eliminated in the first round. People talking about he's not a good coach now. It's so many different ways these things could go, man. But yo, shout out to everybody in the building for joining us, man. Al, tell the people where they can find you at, bro. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Magic. Wasn't Magic like the Lakers GM or some shit like that?
Magic was out there coaching, though. Magic was the president of basketball.
Yeah, shout out to Big Showtime, man. Showtime, the man. Yeah. But it's like, you just never know, bro.
No, bro. Larry Bird was out there coaching, and I think he had Indiana being good. So I mean, anything's up in the air. And again, unless you got players, it don't matter. So like, go get Ja. But y'all can catch me, man. Pels in the Blender on YouTube, or just say Davis on X. That's pretty much the two places that I'll be at. Appreciate y'all, bro, for sure.
Man, shout out to all y'all. Y'all know this Big Cheddar Chaz, aka the #1 Pelicans critic, hottest of the hot. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Me and my dog Elvin, we've been going up all off season. You understand me? We appreciate all y'all support. All y'all showing love to us in the comment section, man. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Pretty soon we're gonna start dropping the link. I finally got the paid subscription for stream, y'all. So we're gonna start letting the guests come up. Jaden, we're gonna get you back in the building, man. But once again, shout out to all y'all. And if we don't get to speak to you guys tomorrow, have a safe, blessed weekend. To all the mamas in here, all the mama bears, happy Mother's Day to everybody's mother, sister, grandmother, baby mama, what have you. Happy Mother's Day. Have a blessed weekend, man. We out. Peace.